But
Is the
Okay, we're live.
is the link in like the promote stuff? Is that the podcast where it's streaming? The
Yeah.
link there?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Aries and
I
I
just opened
both
it.
are streaming it. Did I tag Aries in my top? Hi, everybody. Welcome to the second episode. Okay, today, obviously, we have Rog and Aries. The reason why we are a couple days late is Aries decided to break internet in Ireland.
yeah, I upgraded from breaking games.
And so he had some technical issues, and yeah, here we are. Hope you have a wonderful. Thanks for stopping in, Fire Hugger. I'll see you when you get back. But oh shit, I forgot to do stuff, guys. People are gonna be mean to me. I need to do stuff. Creator dashboard. uh, so that's why we are a couple days late. We are joined today by Scaly and Redza because, well, they're cool as people that we just talked to. And Redza here actually asked a very important question that we really didn't discuss the first episode because we were just so excited about the Wankmaster 3000.
Yes.
So, Redza, would you like to ask that question again?
Like what's a spit roast?
Well, there's two answers to this.
Hmm.
I'll let Aries take the bad one. I'll take the good one. A spit roast is where you take like a spit, like a roasting spit, right? You take it out, put it over a fire, and you cook, well, whatever meat you stick on it. Now, Aries, tell her what it actually means.
It means is when you have really heated debates to the point where you get so boiled it just boils the spit in your mouth.
No,
That is not what it
You
is.
fucking liar.
Suck it. Try to fucking pin me into a
Okay,
corner. Suck
Fine,
it.
fine. I will take the bad one since Aries is gonna chicken out. It's when two
Oh, no,
guys.
I was gonna do it afterwards. I just want to do that as a joke.
Okay, have you heard of the Eiffel Tower? Two guys and a girl?
Kinda.
Do you know what
Like
it
I
is?
don't.
Oh, is this
No.
the one where the girl's friend just gives up halfway through because it gets too confrontational?
Perhaps, but no. An Eiffel Tower is
Yeah.
like where there's two dudes and a chick in the middle. One's getting her from behind, the other one's got a dick in her mouth, and they're high-fiving over her back.
Oh.
It's like two.
Okay.
It's
Now
like
I
two.
see it. I see it.
Yep, so that's the Eiffel Tower. And the spit roast
It's
is...
like it's like two girls, one cup, but replace the girls with guys and the cup with a girl.
Pop them booty, bitch.
Yeah. Japan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Scaly's here. Hey, I forgot you were here.
Yeah, Scaly, why didn't you want to answer that on spit roast?
Yeah, what the hell, Scaly?
Because I'm an innocent woman.
No, you're not.
Owie! Stop it! Stop it.
Stop what? I'm not doing anything.
I said owie.
Is your name Howie Mandela?
He's giving me
Yes,
biddies.
it is now.
Thank you for the biddies, you turd. Stop
I
taking down my
officially
landmarks and
renamed
Monopoly
my
Go.
surname as
I will get you back.
Mandela.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I call him. I don't actually know anything about him.
I've known him since I was 4.
I think there's like a football player named Howie Mandel or something. So
Oh yeah,
this
that.
guy's
Well, no,
name's
I don't
Howie
think it's. Did you
Mandela.
say Howie Mandel's
Oh.
a football player?
Yeah, I don't know, something like that. Might be an actor, could
Google
be a
it.
baseball
Google
player.
Google
What?
it.
Wait,
Google
Nelson
Howie Mandel.
Mandela?
Wait a minute. Howie Mendel?
Yeah.
Whatever his name's pronounced.
Is he?
Yeah, I
is
know.
he?
Isn't he a judge on like
America's
America's Got Talent or something?
Yes.
Oh, wait, he is?
Yes,
Oh,
he is.
shit. I thought he was. Wait.
He's
He's
the
a
boss
judge?
maker.
Somehow Ari is always mentioned during spit roast as well.
Well, I'll.
Is he by any
He's
chance
a
related to
comedian.
Nelson Mandela,
No,
the former president of South Africa?
no.
Wait, is he also? Wait, this guy's a judge, a comedian, and a football player.
And a comedian
I
apparently
don't
does
see him
Hall
as a
Gaming.
football player. He's too tiny.
Yeah, he's not
Wait,
a football player.
Wait, so like, what is he really then? I don't know. I just assumed he was a.
He is a judge on America's Got Talent.
Oh,
All I know is that he's Canadian. That's all I know.
why did I think he was a football player?
No idea.
I don't know. I'm probably thinking of something else.
Well,
Hey!
Because he spends a lot of time on the floor crying.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's the case. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck he is. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV in like
I
I don't
watch
know,
YouTube.
10 or 12 years.
YouTube.
I don't
But
watch that
technically-
garbage.
Technically, I haven't watched TV in years because I'm using monitors, not a TV.
Ha 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 ha. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, Goofy.
Hey, this is Disney. We're gonna have to charge you for using Goofy.
Isn't he in the public domain?
Not yet.
I thought he was. I thought like he was in the public domain a while. But oh no, wait, that was like Winnie the Pooh or something. That's like in the public domain.
Yes, because Winnie the Pooh can now isn't Winnie. There's like scary movies now being made.
That movie was not scary. That movie was retarded.
Oh, that's sad. I actually want a legit scary movie of Winnie the Pooh.
Like Winnie the Pooh.
I just
like
want a
Soft
legit
titties
scary
or-
movie.
Winnie and Mickey. Okay. Yeah. Hall's saying
I
Winnie
saw
and
a really creative horror drawing on Winnie the Pooh and like the cast of characters and like Tiger or whatever his name is pronounced. He was like a kid but hopping on one leg because he was missing the other leg. Like it was like the way the artist created it. It was like very creatively disturbing. But it was
Wait,
like you
Brothers
gotta
Grimm.
give them props because all the characters made sense.
that's the story to Tigger.
Yeah.
Like
I can't remember the
he
other ones.
actually had one leg and that's why he hopped everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, I do not remember that whenever I was a kid, but I don't remember
Well,
a lot of
it's
things
like
from
it
whenever
was
I
an
was a kid.
artist's interpretation of it, so
Tigger.
Yeah,
Tigger.
and you've got both your legs, so you wouldn't have been hopping that much.
Double decker.
a lot of Disney stuff is dark actually.
Yeah, I knew like the Lion King was like that they were
Yeah.
just preventing the hyenas from eating and made them live in a
Because-
really fucked up place. So
Yeah, because, and this is going to hurt so many people, and to be frank, I don't give a shit. None of Disney stuff is original. It's all stolen.
yeah, a lot of it's from the Brothers Grimm, I think. Those
Brothers
That's
Grimm
Grimm
wasn't even the
Brothers.
original. They weren't
I
even
guess
the
you
originals
have
for it
that book.
either.
oh,
I have that book, so
I don't know. I heard
love
that.
everything horror.
Yeah, I do too. I thought the Brothers Grimm wrote like a lot of the stories that Disney ends up using.
Aries, watch yourself. Hall's over here. Like going, watch it, Aries.
It's actually extremely difficult to find the originals. I think it was like 200 years before the Brothers Grimm is the oldest recounting of those stories.
Nice. I did not know that.
Hall's feeding my pussy. Just give me a second.
And if Disney has a problem, they can
What?
Disney these nuts.
I'm pretty sure Mickey Mouse was was made by Disney though, wasn't it?
The what?
What?
Yeah,
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Mickey Mouse is made by Disney.
No comment.
Well, technically, I mean, it is half the symbol for the Olympics. 3 circles.
Wait, when was the Olympics founded?
Oh my
Like
god.
in the Greek times.
Google.
When was Greek still popular?
Yeah, like
When
that was before the
was
Romans.
The first
The
Olympics.
Olympics first started in 776 BC.
1896.
Oh,
One
Games of
says
the first.
1896, the other one says 700 and something.
Let's see. A regatta of sailing boats
776.
was on the program of the games of the first Olympiad for March 31st, 1896.
I feel like the Greeks might have been ruling the world over there before 1896.
Well, this
but...
was the first modern Olympic Games.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
this is the
we was
this is
referring to the
ancient
original.
Olympic Games.
Oh, sorry.
I can tell you with the originals that the people had to run across the country with the flame in their hand to light the fire.
Yeah.
They did some crazy
all I
shit.
know is gay history. All I know is gay history facts, so I just know all the gay history from Greece.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say, I think the
awesome.
Greeks were very gay people.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was
Okay,
it was
have fun,
very
Hall.
gay.
I think the Romans were too.
Well, I mean, there was a reason why olive oil was popular.
I mean, Romans were probably gay because they were against Christianity.
I mean, there was a
So-
reason why the 300 Spartans could take on so many men.
Then why did they hang Jesus on a cross, Scaly?
Because they were against Christianity.
But he was a Jew.
Yeah, and a lot of people
Yeah.
think he's white.
Well, I did fail religious studies, so
Hey, at least you showed up for the test. I fell asleep.
I don't know.
it's because I didn't rate anything.
Wait a
down.
minute. Didn't the Romans speak like the Holy Roman Empire? Like, didn't they become Christian at some point?
The Holy
Yep.
Roman Empire became after the original Roman Empire. In fact, that wasn't really even a Roman Empire because it was nowhere near Rome.
Oh, well, yeah,
I
they
feel
did
like I
spread
need
out.
to rewatch that video. I need to rewatch that video, like the entire
mean-
history of the world, I guess.
You mean
again,
Bill
just
Words?
to-
Yes.
history,
yes.
Wait, they shoved
Yeah.
the entirety of the world history into like one movie?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
yeah,
it's not a movie.
like a
it's a.
15-minute video.
Yeah,
That's
A
what history
15-minute
of the
video of
galaxy.
the world's history crammed into 15 minutes. Wow. God damn, how far back does it go?
Since the beginning
send you
of
the
the
link.
universe
All
itself.
the way, all the way. Come on now. It goes all the way.
Yeah, and then
Oh.
after you watch all the history lessons, have a look on Google Maps to see what those areas look like now. That battlefield still kind of upsets me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Nagasaki and Hiroshima still look like a giant crater.
Wait, they do? I figured they rebuilt by now.
Yeah, Hiroshima's rebuilt.
I don't
What about
know. I haven't
Nagasaki?
been to Japan. I haven't been to those cities or where those cities used to be, it sounds like.
With
We need the Japanese side on this.
the
Oh, I'm pretty
bombing
sure
was-
they're
World
upset
War-
about it.
there's-
World War
I'm
II,
pretty
the
sure
city
they're
has
upset
been
about it
rebuilt
too.
and is
There's-
significant as a spiritual center for
there's-
movements to ban nuclear
the-
weapons.
the nuke that got dropped there, there's 3 different ways to detonate it. The one that they got hit with didn't radiate the area.
Oh, well,
if it landed on the ground and detonated, it would have radiated the area. It detonated in the atmosphere, so it couldn't soak up into the ground and damage the area. So they were able to rebuild there.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, I knew if you detonate a nuke in air, like in midair or whatever, it doesn't,
I did not know this.
I'm
it
just
doesn't,
imagining.
like,
Learning-
irradiate the area.
Learning new things every
Yeah.
day. See, look at
Why
what
am
my
I
spit roast
like-
brings you. We got world history.
Yeah, with the ground level, it's basically radiates the entire area. I can't remember the actual distance, but the step above that, it's basically like a sphere. It won't radiate the area if it's above a certain height, and above that is where they do the EMP shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if a nuclear weapon is detonated like high up in the atmosphere, it won't leave any kind of like it won't soak the area that it detonated over with radiation, but it does like kind of send out an EMP which fries all electronics.
Yeah, and the one that they got hit with was between the radiation and the EMP area.
Yeah,
This
it
just
was
got nerdy real fast.
probably.
I know.
Why?
What are you talking about,
why-
nerdy? Me and you was watching anime until like 1 a.m. last night.
Why do I imagine
Well, it
Japan
depends on what
secretly building
type of
an
anime, if that was
arsenal of
nerdy or
super
not.
nuke
I'm just
just to
saying.
use against the
I
US?
mean, we just were talking about how raunchy anime can be.
Yeah, like Goblin Slayer and Bible Black and
You think
Elfen
anime
Lied.
is raunchy? You should watch hentai. That's raunchy as hell.
So it's like guy who.
You know, I'm glad we got like a professional hentai connoisseur in here with us.
Professional
Like,
hentai connoisseur.
like, I mean, I
Yeah.
see him all the time on Steam playing like those hentai games, and yeah, he's like a man. I bet he's beat all of them. He's probably got all the achievements for all of them too.
I don't know. I think those sushi chefs would be better. It's just anytime you go into their cafes or bars or whatever, it's just tentacles everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to Japanese restaurants. I order out. I like the noodles, but I don't want to have to deal with the tentacles.
I like it when the tentacles come to
What
me.
kind of restaurants are you going to?
Damn, Wrong. I
We're
want
going
to
to
know
hentai
about
restaurants.
these.
Well, Aries is over here talking about it. I'm just saying I
Rog,
prefer
you
to
need
order
me-
out so I can get
Rog,
the
I need
noodles.
to visit you in Vermont so I can go to these friggin' hentai.
Oh, that's where I'm at this. That's where I'm at this week, everyone. I live in Vermont now
They're waiting for
Because-
Cisco to add the hentai
because she
tentacles.
doesn't know where I live. So I'm just living in all these backwood states.
I knew where he lived, or I did at one point.
You know
and I
where
totally
Rog
forgot. I
Rog
forgot.
lives?
Well, last week it was fucking Louisiana.
Louisiana.
So
And it's
No,
funny because I'm the only one who can find out, and I refuse to do it.
thank you.
So
No,
I'm just
no,
sitting here
Rog
guessing. I'll get it.
clearly
I know he's
lives
in
with
my
me.
time zone. That's it.
Rogue
That's a
clearly
lot
lives
of
with me.
territory in
That
the
is a
time
lot
zone.
of territory. Hey, it just means we have to do
I
enough
might
of these
be-
spit roast episodes and to let me get all of them.
I might
Yeah,
be
we-
Canadian.
You are
Like,
not
next
Canadian.
episode,
I know you're
next
not
episode,
Canadian.
GeoGuessr.
Well, like, I don't know what to say. Like, I only know like Canadian history, and I know like a little bit about American history, but not enough as a normal American, I guess. So I'm kind of lost sometimes.
No, that's fine. I'm always lost, and I'm American.
Being a
Maybe
native,
I think being lost is part of being American. No,
being
And to be
a
fair-
native Canadian, do you think I'm from Canada?
Canadian.
Yes. I do.
Do you think Rog is a follow rockologist?
Canada. The fact that he calls it Canada. Yes, you are totally Canadian.
Do you think
I
Rogue is a
mean, I
god?
think it is. Like, I
Well-
don't know, but a lot of beer is Canadian, so.
Wait, do
at
you
least
think
here
I'm
there
from?
is.
Do you think I'm from Canada?
Redza.
Like,
Canada?
Redza, do you think
Fredza,
no-
do you
knowing
think-
me. Yeah, do you think I'm from your country?
Me?
Do you think I'm from your
Yes.
country? Yes.
No.
Okay, well, there you go.
I
That
told
rolls
you.
Canada out.
I know. I
What
knew
were
you
you
were
thinking?
Canadian. I knew
Well,
that already.
now we just
Thank
need
you
to-
very much.
Now we just need to find a Mexican.
He is not Mexican. He is not Mexican.
Yeah, I could be Spanish. You don't know.
I
But we
you
just
were-
need to
I
get-
think you told me before that you lived in the U.S. sometime before. I don't know when, but I think you told me that.
Yeah, I did. Probably. I definitely live somewhere in North America.
Yeah.
Like, we just need to randomly invade other people's VCs. Like, do you think Rog is from your country? Bye.
Oh my god, like those two people randomly raided all of our VCs, asking us, do you know of 3 countries that are not the United States? And it's just like,
Well,
Oh my god.
uh,
Have you,
They
I've seen,
Yeah,
like, so
look-
many
look out your fucking
interviews like
window.
that.
oh.
They asked us. They jumped in with me on Pirate. They asked us if we knew, or to name 5 European countries. So I started naming 5 countries from Europe, and then they stopped me like once I get to like the 4th country, and they're like, "Wait, England's not part of Europe," and I'm like, "Well, last time
fuck?
I looked at a map, it was." I
It's
don't know
not
what the
anymore.
fuck. Well, no,
what?
they
Well,
didn't.
no,
but they
it's
didn't
England.
ask. They didn't
It's-
ask me about the European Union. They said in Europe.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I was
no,
like,
but-
well, it's not my fault that you asked the question the wrong way. So they tried to troll me and ended up looking really stupid.
yeah, no, England's completely cut off from Europe now.
No, wait, are they? 'Cause I
That was
know
the
they're
whole
still
Brexit
absent.
shit.
No,
Wait,
that's
did
the
you guys, like,
European
dig a-
Union.
Oh my god,
Did-
we're getting
did you
into
guys, like,
geography.
Did you
I
guys
feel
like
we need
take
a
a?
geography lesson.
Wait,
No,
hold
I
on.
I need more
Just the
alcohol for this. I'm
European
already
Union.
out of my German beer.
England's not part of Europe anymore? Like, you
No,
guys dug a
no,
trench around it
physically.
or something?
No,
Yeah, like
physically, we're still part of a
and-
European continent.
Okay, well,
but
that's
we're
what
not
they were
part of the
asking.
European Union.
Canada got
Yeah.
its independence of the British later than the U.S.
Well, no,
And
that's
it was
what.
like in the 1900s. I can't
I
remember
feel like
when
I should be
exactly.
taking notes, guys. Like I'm in
Well,
class. I need to be
well,
taking
like,
notes on this shit.
No, these two
That's a lot of
idiots.
effort.
These two idiots didn't ask me about the
Ad
EU.
starting in 50 seconds, guys.
They asked me about like if they told me that England wasn't part of Europe, and I'm like, well, and they told me to
Yes, it
name.
is.
They asked me to name 5 European countries, so I started naming them, and then they stopped me before I got to the 5th one and was like, "No, England's not part of Europe," and I'm like, "Yes,
Hi,
it is."
Pirate! Welcome to
Hey,
the
Pirate.
Hey,
or Spit Roast. Sorry, I was gonna say
Hey, we
shit
were
show,
just
but-
talking about Pirate.
You can't say shit. What the fuck?
Oh, guys!
Nothing good, I
my
hope.
sugar daddy's asking if I'm podcasting right now.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
sugar daddy.
I thought
We've
that was
been
wrong.
we're saving for this. Yeah.
I'm gonna cut off.
Okay.
All right.
I
Bye,
have
Good
a
night.
Scaly.
Scaly.
Thank you for giving
Bye.
us information about the European Union. Okay.
Are we on commercial break?
I don't know. I'm not stopping now. Oh,
I
You could,
have to know, what is your sugar daddy getting in exchange feet pics?
no, he hasn't got shit. I haven't registered yet. I have to register for $100, guys.
First of all, I need to point out, Red. No, you charge money for feet pics.
Yes.
That's what I keep telling her.
Well, yeah, but sugar daddy gives you money. Like he says he's gonna give me
Yeah.
$1,500 a week, but I have to.
Money per
Lucky.
picture.
But I have to register by sending him $100. Or his
Yeah, that's
manager.
not how
What
that
system
works.
That's
are
a-
you using?
Hold on,
What
that sounds like
system
a
are you
scam.
using?
Yeah,
It is a scam.
It is totally a scam. And I've been saving this conversation for this podcast. He has been on hold since Thursday, basically.
Yeah, this guy's like, "Hey, I'll be your sugar daddy, but you have to give me money first."
Yeah.
Because that makes sense
I
somehow.
I actually got the same DM before.
I like that sound a bit that you're picking at, and not the fact that he has a fucking manager.
Well, and that's the thing. He apparently runs a business, so he needs a manager for the business. But I'm sorry, how
Oh,
does
wait,
having
wait a minute.
how does
This
a
might be the same sugar daddy, actually. This
oh
sounds
yeah,
the
they're
same.
the same. It's the same MO per scammer. I have another one that's gonna be asking me for money here in a little bit too. I already know.
If this was real, if he wasn't a scammer, would he be writing you off as a business expense?
That's what I want to know. I don't
Probably.
know that. Okay,
Because that would be
Tax-free.
I will have to ask about this in my tax accounting classes at my university because this is interesting. Like, how do you is this written off, or is this
Ask him.
is there this count as a charitable contribution?
I
have
can
to
already
know
tell you what
when you
I
get
can
an
already
answer.
tell you what the answer will be. It'll be a business expense because they already do it.
I believe that.
brilliant.
Oh, he's asking, are you busy doing something else?
Nah, just tell him to like get it. Like, tell him to join your the chat here, and then he can hear how we're calling him a scammer.
I could have him call me right now.
Do it.
Oh
Do
my
it.
God.
I have
Oh,
a
he-
dollar
he- able to
75
hear
I've been saving
him.
for
He
years.
called me by the wrong name the other day.
Oh, what'd he call you? Did he call you Redza by any chance?
No,
Well,
no.
she said
okay.
she's getting the same guy, so.
So with my name,
name's a different name.
there's a first part and a second part, and whenever I tell someone my name that I don't really care, I don't want them to know my actual name, I just tell them the first part. And he was calling me by the second part. And I'm just like, you fucker, you Googled me. But I don't understand why he would be calling me by the second part. So I'm just like, who's so and so? And so now I'm acting like a really jealous sugar baby.
Well, is it like on Facebook? Because it's very easy to find people like there.
No, it's Instagram, which Instagram is hooked to Facebook, but this is
Oh.
my social media
be
Death
fair,
Kitten
this is
account.
America. I could buy anyone's private information in America for $20, so I don't even live there.
True.
I mean, I made $20 doing furry art.
Great. You can buy
There you
information on
go.
one of us.
So here we go. I'm saying you called me by someone else's name. There. That's why I ignored you for 2 days. We'll see what goes on with that.
No, tell them the truth. Be like, no, I just wanted some shit from my podcast here. Like, I don't.
I
Tell
was
me- tell
just
me-
waiting for you. I was just waiting to
Yeah.
respond to you. So
This is
that-
content.
this is I'm using your shit for content. Okay, now how should I talk about this whole because he wants my fucking email address for this shit.
Do you have like
Legitimately
a
ask him. I want
like,
you to
not your
legitimately ask him if
personal
you're being
one.
written off as a business expense.
Like or else I can just ask him, well, why don't you pay for the registration fee? Because I'm broke. This is why I'm your sugar baby.
I mean, that would work too. But at the same time, it's definitely sounding like a scam.
Oh, it's totally a scam.
Oh yeah,
I
it is.
can't believe she DM'd me and Aries like I don't know yesterday or something and was like, yeah, he's like asking for sex or something. I don't remember.
No,
exactly how the
he
fuck
professed his love to me yesterday.
Oh yeah, that
He
bullshit.
professed
Well,
his love.
and she's like, I've never had one do that before. How many of these people? Because I've had several people. I don't know if they were actually female or posing as female, but they've hit me up in like DMs and shit before, and they're like, "Oh baby, I love you so much. Send me money so I can come and see you." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Hell no! I don't know who the fuck you are. Like you're a fucking scammer. That's all I know."
Like
just
I even
have to
said, I'm
ask-
surprised it took him this long.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
just have to ask, what type of pictures are you uploading that's getting you that many scams?
Ones that makes her look like she's
This-
15 years old.
I do not look 15.
She
Yeah,
looks
you-
like
How
a,
you see
like
me
a
right
young
now?
teenager.
This is
Wait.
pictures I post on Insta and Facebook are these. I might have some makeup on at that point because right now I'm not wearing
So
any.
if
but-
you're posting pictures of yourself that make you look like you're 15 years old, does that mean your sugar daddy's a Catholic priest? Oh no, wait, that's too old for him.
She's a girl. Of course, it's not a Catholic
Yeah.
priest. No, it's just a pedophile.
So hold on. Am I telling him that? What am I telling him, guys? Like you.
I don't know. I like that idea about asking him to pay for it because you're broke.
So why
I
do
think you should send him a link to the live stream right now. Get him in here so he can hear what the fuck he's saying. Like that's what I think we should do, but nobody wants to do that. So I guess yeah.
Or you could just suggest a different like way of him sending money, like maybe PayPal or Cash App, where you don't have to pay a fee of some sort.
Yeah, tell him to send you the money so then you can pay for it. Scam the scammer.
Yeah.
Okay, should I send him my Cash App and be like, I need
Or-
100.
You can
Yeah,
tell him,
just
but
send
you
him
haven't
your
been able to
Cash App.
reply. Tell him you haven't been able to reply because of an incident with a bowling ball, a plunger, and a gerbil.
Like, do you have like a Cash App that's not under your name, like under a fake name at least?
I have one under Death Kitten.
Oh, then use that. I mean, I have the same thing. Like, I have one as my real name and one as my like online persona. So that way, people can't try to trace it to my real identity.
Uh,
It depends how you have everything connected to, though.
Yeah, I think I need to.
If you're
connect it to
online, people
Facebook.
can find out anything about you.
Pretty
yeah,
much.
I was able to track somebody down because of an earthquake. So, yeah, Cash App make
Well,
it a lot
if he
easier.
can't, like, my question here is, like, if he can't even send you $100, so then you can pay him $100, how the fuck is he gonna pay you $1,500 a week?
Yeah,
I
that's
know,
a good
right?
question.
Or make it like a cutesy thing. Can you send me the $100 duos?
$2.
Go full ooh. Do it.
I just say scam the scammer.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get him to send you the $100 and
Yeah.
just block him and never talk to him again.
Yep.
It won't work. They never do it.
Well, then Well, I mean, I didn't figure he was actually going to do it, but I'm just saying on the off chance that he did. Yeah.
Okay,
Fucking.
I'm gonna try and see if I can talk him into sending me some money. We'll see. We'll see if this is good. Cause hey, if I can get some money out of this deal, woohoo! I got
Here we
university
go.
to pay for.
We got
Even
Death
better.
scamming a scammer.
Get him onto the stream and he can send you food.
Yeah, there you go.
If he's not gonna send me money, he's not gonna send me food, guys. What they're talking about is the send food option underneath my video, guys. If you guys want to send me food, send me food. I love food. Food's amazing,
Ooh,
especially
dinner.
sushi. Give me some sushi. God,
Why?
that sounded really dirty.
Yeah.
Why do
really,
you want to
really,
eat
lo-
raw
really love the
fish?
football.
Man, you girls and eating your raw fish, that's weird.
Well, no, the one I have is actually a fried sushi.
Well, that's because cooking is apparently first-degree murder.
That's not
How is cooking?
that's not sushi, that's just fried fish.
It's so good. It's fried sushi.
Sushi is so
Tempura.
good.
Tempura is.
Well, I'm talking about
Oh my
Tampon?
god, yes. Shrimp tempura
Tampon
is
sushi?
so good.
these women and their raw fish. I
I
swear.
love the raw fish too, though.
Oh,
mean,
of
this-
course you do.
The fuck, I forgot what it's called. The raw fish. It has a certain name. I can't remember it on the top of my head. It has a certain name. I can't remember.
Calamari.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's a squid.
Yeah, that's just raw tentacle. Yeah, just eat
Guys,
that.
guys. Okay, so I told him, I was just like, I can't send you money for the registration. I don't have the money. And he's like, is that why you have been ignoring my messages? Like, yeah, yeah, sure.
Well, then how the
No,
fuck is
because-
ask him how he's going to afford to send you $1,500 a week if he can't afford $100 right now?
Well, hold on. Hold on.
Didn't
Well,
you say he's going to send you like $1,500
yes,
a week?
that's what he told me. But I
Well,
had to
yeah.
register, and so I don't. That's what that I'm gonna get to that. We can't just jump into this. If we just
No, the
jump
hell
into
we
this,
can't.
it's just gonna fuck it all up, you know. Then they run away scared, you know. Though then again, this guy professes love to me. He might stay around. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in love with you.
If Tigger can jump into it, why can't we? We have a physical advantage.
Yeah, what the hell? This is ridiculous.
Okay, will you pay the fee for me? Should I add daddy on the end? I can't call
Yes.
daddy. I can't call someone daddy like that.
Do it.
You called me daddy yesterday.
Yeah,
What the
but
fuck
you,
are you
but
talking
You
you're-
called
about?
me daddy
you're-
multiple times.
Yeah, you call him daddy too. What the hell are you
But
talking?
I'd
You can't
laugh
just
after. I
call
can't call
somebody.
people daddy and stay like serious. It's
Give me
just-
my access and I'll do it.
give you access and you'll do it.
Yeah, and he'll also check your history.
Oh my god.
Just go Spanish with it. Just call him Papi.
Papi.
No, that's the one I told her to call me. That's what I want her to
Papi
call.
Rock.
Don't call. That's right. Not Poppy Rock. Don't call that fucking loser.
Well, where's
Poppy.
my ice cream and pizza then, Poppy?
That's okay. Scaly started that lie, and that is a lie. I've never given anybody pizza and ice cream for calling me daddy or Poppy. Okay, I don't know where the fuck he got that from, but yeah, people's been asking me about that. I think Clocks asked me for the ice cream and pizza the other night for some reason, so even she's on board with this shit.
Like,
And
that
I'm
was
like,
the
what
first,
the fuck?
like the first time I heard about that was last week, I think.
Oh my god.
No, Aries.
so-
If you call me that, I'm not giving you ice cream and pizza. Don't even try it. I don't need it.
I don't want pizza and ice cream. I'd have an indigestion if I have them both at the same time.
I'm not.
Oh, well,
Okay.
If you give me a 12 inches first, and then the ice cream might be fine.
Okay.
12 and no, it's a 16-inch pizza. What the hell are you talking about?
I,
No,
I,
it's
I, I
pizza.
hate I hate how these scammers they have like broken English, so it doesn't come. I don't understand half.
That's because they're in India. Or whatever country looks the same as India, but isn't called India.
The Philippines.
Nah, it's the women that do it over there. Philippine men are too busy being on games, being angry at everyone.
Oh, well. I've never had
cheating on their
Filipino
girlfriends.
hit me up.
I've been friends with a good few of them, and they get clingy.
They get clingy. Oh, the sugar babies. Oh, who was that that just said that they had a sugar mama and ended up spending $40 and lost it?
That was
Ren. That was Ren.
Garrison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? That shit happened to him?
Yep. And he actually sent $40
Why?
because he thought it might actually be lit or legit, and then they
It's
asked
been
for
as
more
a
money.
test. Yeah. That one sounds like it was from Colombia.
Well, yeah, sugar
Uh,
mamas.
I've dealt with enough people to know the social habits.
Thought those were Cambodians.
No, Colombia.
Oh, alright, well.
The women
Yeah,
there.
we need a geography lesson here.
Yeah, I'm all fucked around. Wait, no, Colombia, that's the drug dealers. That's where you go to get the...
Yeah, but the women, real
Oh.
skanky.
Oh my God,
Well,
guys.
alright then. Stay away from Colombian women. Got you. God damn. I guess I'll just stick to, you know, Cuban.
Okay,
was-
guys, he just
or-
sent me an email. That's my manager Gmail address. You text him now to get information from him.
You text him now.
You text him now. You pay now.
Good text now.
You
pay now.
I pay later.
Have you tried turning cash up off and on again?
No, thank
Give me your bank information.
I have Prince's bank account. He wants to send you $1
I
million.
don't know how to play it. How do I play that? Because I'm not emailing him. That's how I'm gonna get fucking.
Yeah, that's how you
Make
get
it-
viruses or something, probably.
Make a new
I don't
email
know.
account.
I have one for Death Kitten.
But won't that, like, I
But
mean,
I
if
don't-
like they send her a virus, that wouldn't matter,
I've got
though,
like
would it?
I've got like 7 that I remember. Pretty sure I got a lot more than that.
I don't know him and don't want to.
Be like, I want to talk to you, baby. I don't want to talk to him. I want to talk to you.
You're my daddy. Oh my God, I can't.
There you go. There you go. Say that. That'll get him.
How do
You're my
people say
daddy.
that? I can't do that.
Or
I'm trying so
another
hard.
way you can fuck with him is so you
Who's
need
your daddy, Clark? Hi, Mama Clarks.
another way you can fuck with him is say, give me a minute, I need to get permission from your boyfriend
Jack.
first.
Jack, I gotta get permission from my boyfriend first.
No, not yours, his.
Wait, you have a boyfriend? I thought you were trying to get that Canadian dude.
No,
I'm saying that she refers to the scammer's boyfriend, but she needs to get permission from him first. Make it
Yeah,
sound like that she's dating the
scammer's
scammer's
boyfriend.
boyfriend.
You're everyone on the servers, Mama. You know this, Clark. So don't run away from it.
Ain't your mom. Okay, well.
Well, okay. So while we're waiting on that shit,
I want to be Clox's sugar baby.
yeah. Well,
I'll
no,
call you
I
Mama
want to be
Clox.
Clark's sugar baby.
No, fuck you.
I
You have a sugar daddy.
That's
I
trying
mean,
to
you
scam
can
me out
try
of
and
my
get this-
money. He's not a real sugar daddy.
You should try to get
You have to, baby,
sugar
just for
mommy
you to
then.
get. You'll
Oh, I thought
understand
Redzo
much
was going to
better.
say you can be my sugar baby. I was going to say what? What? I thought that's what she was going to say.
No.
I was going to say, well, okay. I mean, yeah, yeah. Give me some anime. Let's go. Like, let's fucking watch some anime.
I'm too poor
Oh.
to record
Oh my
anything.
God, guys! He said, "Oh, I'm your daddy." You
Oh,
awesome
I'm
sweetheart.
your, I'm
He's-
cheap.
he's-
I'm a cheap sugar baby. I don't require a lot. That's fine.
I just require fried onions.
Guy,
Those are good.
This guy is not.
Yeah.
He's gonna want me to email this guy. Like, this is fucked up. That's boring.
Yeah, I
mean,
wouldn't.
like-
I would just say, okay, I guess you're not interested.
Once the email came up, I just kind of said no. Because I was just like, that's,
Oh,
that's too troublesome.
Yep, I had this one guy who actually said I needed to enroll in a Cash App thing for $70, and he would need
Spam.
my email. Yep, and so they would send me an email with the name Cash App, but from like some bullshit email address, and so I just kept saying, "I'm not getting the email. I'm not getting the email." And yeah, I
Did you check your spam folder?
yep.
Did you try turning your computer off and back on?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I guess I could tell that story on here.
What story?
Oh, there was this guy like a few weeks back who like this is a guy that I tried dating a few months after my divorce. And
Okay.
like we went on a date. It was a really good date. And then but then that following weekend he kind of ghosted me. And all when I called him out on it on like a Monday or something, he like flipped shit and said something happened with his daughter or something like that. And I said, fuck it, I'm done. I'm not, because he like tore into me saying how I should respect him and his family and all this shit. And it's just like, how the hell was I supposed to know that something happened with your family when you didn't tell me?
Respect my authority.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Sounded
so,
like
Yep.
you avoided a major asshole there.
Yep. Well, here a few weeks ago, he messaged me or texted me. He texted me and just checking in on me and stuff like that. And at this point, I know he has a girlfriend down in Ohio, and but he's he says he has a job offer in Michigan and he's debating on moving back. And I'm like, okay, why the fuck does that have anything to do with me? You have a girlfriend. Leave me the fuck alone. And he's just like, well, I really miss you. Um, how about I come up there? And I'm like, and it's all this shit. And then all of a sudden, randomly, I tried to message him on um through Facebook, and I see that he has me blocked. I'm like, why do you have me blocked on Facebook? And he's just like, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. I can't send you a message. And he's just like, oh, my Facebook is updating right now. I'm like, that does absolutely fuck nothing. Facebook's browser based. Just because your app is updating means nothing. And then all this stuff, because we were friends on Facebook at that point. And so all of a sudden he unblocks me from Facebook and starts talking to me on Facebook Messenger. And he's like, see? I never blocked you, or you weren't blocked, and all this stuff. I'm like, either you blocked me or your girlfriend blocked me. Which, whatever, is fine, but don't fucking tell me what it's not. And then I went to his Facebook because I was gonna look up his girlfriend, and because I wanted to see if she
Oh,
still
I think
had
you told
him
me about
listed.
that.
Yeah, I wanted to see if she still had it listed as her boyfriend. And sure enough, there was the add friend button because he had blocked me. And he had. Oh, really? I can't say you're a turd. Um,
What?
Clocks is messing with my channel points right now, and apparently I can't say a specific word for this story because she knows where it's going because I think she was there when I originally told it. And so um crap, where was I? So I go, but there was an add friend button, and no cursing. What?
Well, that only applies to you, not me.
Fuck yeah.
You guys are jerks.
No, what we need is, as a substitute, is that whenever Death wants to say fuck, she just hits the nut button and I'll say it for her.
8:45. Okay, we got 5 minutes for this stuff. And so, and I called him out on it. I was like, I told him
Ooh, I've got
there
points.
was no way for me to. You guys are so mean to me. There's
I've got enough
you
to ban 2 words.
you obviously have. Obviously, you blocked me. There's the proof because now you're no longer my friend. That only happens when you block somebody. It's just like, does your girlfriend know that you're talking to me? And he's just like, oh crap, I said the, darn it, gosh darn it.
What are you doing? What are you talking about? Like, what the fuck is going
I
on?
can't say the GF.
Joking out or something?
I can't say the GF word.
Clogs has done the pointing on the channels to ban
Oh.
Death from saying the word girlfriend.
Oh, just say GF then.
His significant other.
Just call a partner. GF.
Does your significant
He's
other?
gluten free.
Mommy. Like, there's like a ton of words you can use.
Does your significant other know that you're talking to me? And he started implying that he was single, that they were no longer together, and I was just like, are you sure about that? Maybe I should message her and see, because this isn't lining up. And all of a sudden he got real quiet. And so I even said, oh, yeah, it was this girl, right? And still nothing. And I still have he still has not replied to me to this day. And he actually has me on vanish mode again on Facebook Messenger. And I
So
did end up
he-
messaging his significant other, his partner, whatever. And though she hasn't looked at it to this day either. Which is
So he
kinda
like
sad.
messaged you and was like, "Wait, do you mean this girl is my girlfriend or something?" Like, I
No.
got a little.
No, he was trying to come and get laid. He was looking to
Right.
come back
okay,
to
well,
Michigan and just hook up with me and then go back to his other person, his main
okay.
person.
Well, because like in the middle of that, you said something about, "Oh, do you mean this girl?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Wait, what?"
Well, yeah, because I was going to his Facebook to look for his partner's profile to see if she still was listed as
and-
in a relationship, and that's when I found out he actually blocked me. And then when I figured that out is when I called him out on all that stuff. God damn, Clocks, you made this storytelling very rough.
You know what's funny is that you actually had a really good opportunity to make him squirm and you didn't take it.
Yeah, I don't know.
How?
Like,
I
when he
have
said
one
that his
question.
Facebook was updating when he said his Facebook was updated, you could have just said, "Oh, I've got a friend that's an IT nerd. He can help you update it faster."
I have one question.
Yes.
Why do you keep pursuing these dudes after 3 messages?
Oh, with that one, I didn't pursue anything. I more just try to see what their angle is at and where they're trying to go with anything.
Because I
Going
feel
by the
like
browser
I
history,
don't
I'd say
have
about
the
95
attention.
degrees.
I feel like I don't have the attention span to waste that much time on somebody's Facebook.
I mean,
Yep. You
Dude,
have the
I
attention
sent-
span for
I sent-
Facebook, I don't.
So I was talking to this one chick, right? And she like didn't have any pictures of herself or anything. And I sent Death the name of this chick. And I was like, "Hey, Death, here's the name. Can you like find some shit?" And Death did like a full background check, like an FBI, CIA background check on this girl, and was like coming back at me with all this information about her. And I'm like,
She had 3
God.
Facebook profiles.
I was like, "God damn, Death, did she pay her taxes last year? Can you tell me that?" Like, because holy
I
shit,
highly
you're
doubt it. I don't
digging,
think she has a job.
you're digging up all of this other information. No, she's a nurse supposedly.
How?
I don't fucking know. That's what she said. She's like, "I'm a nurse's aide in
Oh, she's a
home
nurse's
health
aide.
care
She
taker."
goes to someone's house and sits there and makes sure the person doesn't die.
Yeah, like that they don't fall out of their chair or whatever. Yeah, like.
he's the one that gives the nurses aids.
Well, anyway, yeah. So I ruined a lot of people's weeks with that one. Whenever she finally sent me the picture, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is like a horrible eldritch Sasquatch that crawled out of some Lovecraftian swamp somewhere." And
It was Mrs.
so
Potato Head.
I started sharing it to everybody. I was like, "Hey, Aries, you having a good day? Oh, well, here, I can ruin it for you." And then I sent him that. I ruined Pirates Week. I ruined Scaly's Week. I ruined Death's Week. And I ruined Aries' week with that picture. So you're welcome, everybody. I like to share, make sure that, everybody's equally miserable.
You want to hear about another love story that, well,
I
not
mean, you
love
say that,
story.
Rog, but I have seen far worse.
I've seen far worse too, but yeah, that one is interesting.
Yeah, Mrs. Potato Head.
But I actually had an incident that happened recently. About another guy who this guy I was talking to right before this last semi-serious relationship that I was in. And I actually and I told him when I was getting in this semi-serious relationship, I told him just like, "Hey, we can be friends or not. If you can't be friends, then I need to respect my relationship and need to stop talking to you." And so he said he would try to be friends, blah blah blah, but then it turned into bickering all the time because he couldn't handle being friends and whatever. I cut off from him, whatever. So, well, like a couple months ago, he realized I was single again and he messaged me and trying to go on a date and stuff. And I was just like, I don't know. We seemed to bicker a lot last time we talked. I think we're better off not going that route. Well, last week, he was just like, just give me one date. Let's go somewhere. And I was just like, well, this is the week to do it. And he's just like, well, I have my daughter, so I can't. I'm like, well, next week I have my 3 kids, so it's going to be hard for me too, but I guess I can try and swing it. Well, as soon as Sunday came where I got my kids and he didn't have his, like I actually put forth effort to try and go to get him to ask me out on a date or something, because I would message him every day and actually try to talk to him. But he kept bringing up how, well, something happened with custody with his daughter, so he was sidetracked, not in a good headspace, whatever. So I backed off and I left it alone. I would just text him here and there and say, "Hey, hope you're having a good day," or whatever and stuff like that. All of a sudden, um, he messaged me on a Friday night and said, um, I and started getting trying to get me to come out for like a booty call.
Oh, did he like send you a message? Be like, hey, my girlfriend's out of town. You want to come over?
Well, supposedly he's single.
Oh, well, sounds like he makes up a lot of shit for being single. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He was talking to more than one girl, which I'm the type. Whatever, go ahead and do your thing. Just be completely honest with me is all I ask. Then I know where I stand. Um, and but he was trying to get me to. He was trying to get a booty call, and there's no way around it. He was trying to get a booty call, and I wasn't going for it. And so
Everybody just wants a booty call now.
it's this age. I hate it. Um, and then I'm like, well, how about this? How about we hang out tomorrow? I can't in the evening. I have stuff going on, but I can do something during the day. And he's like, okay. I'm like, well, so what's a good time? I told him 3 p.m. Does that work for you? Yeah, that works. So so the next morning I get up, I start cleaning house. Like just getting stuff done around the house because, well, 3 kids, messy house. I totally don't think to message him first. I figure he'll message me, let me know when he's ready, and I'll get ready to go and meet him. Because my first rule with a first meetup is it cannot be at someone's house. It has to be somewhere in public and stuff because I don't want people knowing where I live. I don't want to go to your house and feel pressured into a situation that I don't want.
That's a good rule.
That's what I think too.
I mean, that's
And
just common sense. Like, you're meeting with a complete stranger, be in a public
yes,
place.
but when you're in your 20s, you don't think about that.
I mean, most people in their 20s just don't fucking think.
Yeah. So, and all of a sudden, so he wanted to meet at a park. I was like, okay, no problem. And he's just like, well, and then maybe if you feel comfortable enough, we can go back to my house and we'll watch a movie or something. I'm just like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm no angel. There are times where I had 2 kids out of wedlock for crying out loud. I'm not no prude. So if something happens, something happens. So I'm not going to completely take something off the board, but it most likely was off the board. You know, I'm not planning for it.
Yeah.
And so I start getting ready. I get my daughter or my eldest. I wake her up because she likes to sleep in, and I tell her, "Hey, I'm going to go hang out with someone for a little bit. Um, it's your house. You're in charge. Call me if you need me. I'm not that far away." And so as I'm getting changed, like I'm in the middle of my room, I'm getting changed. All of a sudden he messages and I give him an update. I'm like, "Okay, I'm doing this," and then he goes, "Well, mind you, he is upset with me. I forgot about this part. He's upset with me because at 2:30 he messages me and says, 'Well, since you haven't messaged me this morning, I'm assuming that it's a no-go for today.'" And at this point, I'm doing dishes. I'm like, "Hold on. I've been waiting on you to message me since like I and I'm like, I guess I dropped the ball on that too. I could have messaged you first. One of us should have messaged each other, but whatever. I still got time." And that's when I quick ran up and talked to her and then started getting changed, picked out an outfit, and I let him know. I'm like, "Okay, I gotta do a little bit to get ready, but it'll take me about miscommunication." I didn't hold that portion against him. I held the portion against him that he tried to put it all on me and that's not the first time he's tried to do that, but whatever.
What happened next?
Well,
To be fair, it is kind of a social standard that the guy is the one that makes the plans and makes the calls.
yeah, in that situation, like if he was waiting on me, I would understand. Oh my God, clocks! This man, oh my God, how the hell am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Just so everyone knows, Clocks has now banned the word he.
But you just said it.
Well, yeah, the time's
Well,
gonna start right now.
Just say they. Just call them
Wait,
they.
what?
They,
Yeah,
that
call he
person-
they.
That
Just
man.
say penis.
the
Yeah,
penis.
just say penis.
The penis. Cunt. Yeah, could call him the cunt. Can you replace it with cunt? Yes, this guy is totally a cunt. At this point. And well, this. Now you banned that word. Now Aries banned cunt. You jackass. Oh yeah, I can curse again. I forgot
Just
about
call
that.
him jackass. There you go.
Jackass. Well,
Call him Aries. Call him Aries.
Aries. Aries. But so, anyways, back to the story, jackasses. So, so here I am getting changed, and I gave him an update. I'm like, okay, I gave the penis an update. Saying,
I have updated my penis. It's now version 2.3.
and told him, I can say him, told him about getting everything situated here, and then I'm changing, and then it'll take me about 25 minutes to get there. So give me about 45 minutes and I'll get there. And the penis said, "Okay." Well, not at first. The penis first started saying, "Well, maybe we should reschedule for another night, because now I feel bad that you had to wake up your daughter and all this stuff." And I flipped shit. And I said, "Are you really pulling this hot and cold stuff on me right now? Because I'm literally in the middle of changing right now. I dropped everything after you gave me shit for not messaging you about this. Like, so what are we
Dodged a
doing?"
bullet.
And
Did you meet the guy or not? I need to know.
we'll get there.
So I dropped everything, like even my panties. I was gonna run out there full commando, like what the fuck?
Well, I was changing. Like I said, I was changing. I was in mid-change. Like,
She's running out the door, glitter nipples glowing in the
oh my
sunlight. Like,
God, why the glitter nipples? So that's when the penis decided to say, okay, fine. We'll do this. Just let me know when you're close. Okay. So I get in my car and I start driving there, and all of a sudden the penis messages me and says, "Are you have you left yet?" And I said, "Yes, I just left." And And this penis goes, "You're going to hate me." And apparently, his father, because he's a farmer on the weekends, on the side with the after his actual day job, his father needed help with picking up a piece of equipment, and this penis decided to, or was needed to help haul, and the penis offered to send me pictures to prove it. And I told him, it's just like, don't bother. I had to go to the store anyway. I have to go to the store. And that's when I sent the penis a big long voice message and stated, what I am upset about is the fact that to go get a piece of equipment, farming equipment, that's something you know about. That is not something just random. You need to plan for multiple people to move
You should have told him
farming
that was
equipment.
fine. You were just gonna go and meet him at the place where he's picking up the piece of farm equipment.
No.
Also, he's saying that he was going to go straight from a farmyard and go on the date.
No, the penis was completely canceling on me at that
Yeah, no,
point.
but that's what I mean though. Like, it's like if he wasn't going to
Bad
cancel, he was going to
timing,
go from a
it's-
farmyard and then his shop all sweaty and covered in crap.
Yep. Well,
From
see,
the sounds of it, he was already covered in crap.
I don't think he, I don't
Yeah, he
think the
may have shit
penis.
himself on the way to the park, and he just made that story up to,
5 minutes.
you know.
5 minutes. I can say he again. Okay. So I don't think he was actually. I don't think that this actually happened, because then he actually sent me a message. And I went on to say, "Oh my God, Aries, why are you doing this to me? I need to put a better cooldown on that, you fuckers, you fuckers." Here, I thought I'd be fine with this ban in real life word. He is again banned. Thanks, Aries. Um. Don't ruin our puns. Yes, because you saw I removed all the other shit, so you couldn't fuck with me that way. Okay, anyway, so I actually, when I actually started, send in this long voice message I sent to him, I said, I dated previous farmers. I have, because I grew up in a farming environment or community. Like, there were a bunch of different farmers. So I've dated a couple. I've grown up around them. I understand this. They are all about their scheduling. It is very important to understand their scheduling. If they know that they're spraying, which is what apparently this piece of farm equipment was going to be used for, they know when to go get that piece of equipment so they don't run behind on spraying. They don't just randomly, "Oh crap, I need you. We need to go get this piece of farm equipment." No. See, I think what happened, because he ran when I turned the penis down for the booty call the night before, all of a sudden messaging stopped. I think he found another booty call, was still at said booty call's house in the morning, hence why since the penis never messaged me and in the morning, and then was trying to turn it around on me so then he could come up with an excuse to break it off. And then, since I wasn't a sure thing, the penis, you said, thanks, Clocks. The penis, so the penis decided to stick with a sure thing instead of coming to see me because I wasn't a sure thing. That's what I think. Because after I said all of that, like, hey, because what you just did, me, who has 3 children, who literally just took time away from my kids, cleaning my house and all this stuff, I am investing this time into you and put this time aside for you. And you just broke it last minute. That's bullshit. Like, my father owns his own business, and if he called me up and told me, "Hey, I'm having an emergency with the business, you need to come and help me out with this," and I would say, no, I can't do that. like I have plans. Obviously, there are situations where that's different, but when it's something like this, when it's a piece of equipment that can be moved,
Well, what did he like? What did he say to that?
he said, "Oh, you know that. Oh, you must know everything about farming and all this stuff. This isn't gonna work or anything," and then he blocked me.
Well, I don't know why you wasted all that time with him anyway.
Oh yeah, at that time and that's when I noticed what he does. He picks a fight and blocks me to make me so it looks like it's my fault. And then he will unblock me when he's bored again to try and get back to try and
Well,
get something.
just block
So-
him.
Oh yeah, I did.
Well, all right then. Problem solved.
Yeah, it was just a story time. We haven't hit
Yep.
anything that we actually were supposed to talk about today, guys.
Yay,
I
story
know.
time.
Yes, I know. God damn it. So
Oh,
here, so the
minor update
5 minutes.
from one of mine. The cute one, she actually hit me up again. So
Yay!
yeah, I know, right? She's like,
Wait, Sasquatch girl?
No,
why
cute-
would I
cute
call
girl, cute
Sasquatch
girl.
a cute one? No, Sasquatch is gone. I done blocked her. Like,
Was that the one that went quiet?
Yes.
yeah, the cute one that I was talking to, because I originally started talking to the Sasquatch girl first. Didn't know she was Sasquatch first, but if I'd have known that, I would have just swiped the other way and kept going. But then
mean-
I started talking to this cute girl, and yeah, she kind of disappeared for a little while. But yeah, she hit me up again. So I'm like, all right, well, yeah, I'm definitely more interested in you than that other thing that was DMing me. Like, so. Which, yeah, that the Sasquatch, I wasn't gonna fuck with her anyway. Like, right from the get go, I was like, I saw that picture, I'm like, oh God, no, like this is not okay. And I tried to pawn her off on Scaly, but Scaly's grown wise to my tricks. So
You should have got me to pawn her off on him. He wouldn't expect that.
yeah, well, you know what? We can try again. And yeah, Death's got the chick's name, so.
I don't want the chicks' names. I just finally deleted her pictures out of my phone.
Oh,
And
well,
I mean, it can't be that bad because like you do enjoy the hunting the Bigfoot game.
I do, but I don't want to fuck the Bigfoot. You know, like that's the thing with that game. You're not trying to fuck the Bigfoot.
Search
I
the
don't-
Bigfoot. Find
they-
the Bigfoot. Fuck the Bigfoot.
You're trying to shoot the Bigfoot
Oh my
in that
god,
game.
you could go down in history. You found Sasquatch and you fucked Sasquatch.
I don't want to. Hey, pirate, do you want to be in the history books?
No.
I gotta go. My hearing device died.
It could be your One Piece.
Oh, okay.
Oh, bye, Renza.
Yeah, her hearing device is dead. But anyways, so yeah, I feel like pirate would definitely she might be hiding the One Piece pirate. You are the pirate
No.
king. But, well, you don't know that.
Okay,
Like-
here, maybe we should talk about one since we've been off the rails for an hour now.
I know it took you like an hour to tell that story.
I was on like
Spit
two.
roasting off the rails.
I'm horrible at telling stories, guys. I'm
I
sorry.
died
My
a
bad.
little.
You'll live. You're fine. Okay. So, what do you guys want to talk about next? The Darwin Awards that we've been so
Yeah, I got one.
yeah.
Yeah, you want to hear mine?
Of course.
It's an older one, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of appropriate for this, especially considering the meeting we had earlier about furries. So there was this guy. I don't remember what the fuck his name was, but he one night decided he was gonna, eat some magic mushrooms. So he did. And then he started kind of like wandering around in the bushes, actually talking to the bushes, like he was talking to trees and shit.
Moses?
And
Interesting.
huh?
Was he
Mo-
Moses?
Well, he might have thought he was Moses.
find
He was
Bigfoot?
eating fucking.
The flaming
He was eating
bush.
fucking mushrooms. He might have thought he was Moses. I don't know, but so he wanders off into the forest. Yeah, another thing this guy was doing. Like he would also like get down on all fours and like bark like a dog, and like I don't know if he was like trying to pee on trees or whatever like that or not. But anyway, yeah, he was barking like a dog. Like I guess it was the last time he was seen. He was talking to bushes and barking like a dog. And he wandered off into the wood. Well, no, that wouldn't have been the last time he was seen. He wanders into the woods, finds a furry. Well, it was a furry orgy, is what it was, but they have a name for it because furries are all cutesy and everything. It was called a fur pile. That's what a orgy of furries fucking each other is, everyone. That is called a fur pile. For those that didn't know.
I've learned a lot of things on this podcast.
I thought it was just been called a furball.
Nope, it's called a fur pile. But anyway, so and of course, he thinks he's a dog that can talk to trees. So I don't know, he thought he was a druid or something. I don't know, or maybe a shaman. I'm not really sure. But so like he approaches the fur pile and starts trying to get his dick involved, and this individual who was dressed up like a rooster continued to strike at him with its beak. He was very in character, apparently, so this big cock came up and started like striking at his face. Well, he didn't like that, but he kept trying, and the big cock kept coming up and like striking at his face, so he finally like wandered off into the woods again. That was the last time he was seen. But what they think happened after that, he was, staggering around in the woods. And he found another furry. And, well, he snuck up on it, pretending like he was a dog, we imagine. And, jumped on it, jumped on his back and started trying to, fuck it from behind. Well, turns out that wasn't a furry. That was a bear. And the bear was not having it. The bear apparently was very upset and triggered.
And 20 seconds, guys.
The bear mauled him to death.
Oh my
He
god.
just couldn't bear it.
Yeah. Yeah, it
The
was.
bear didn't consent.
No, he did not. And he said so by mauling him to death.
You know that the furries are really fucked when even nature expresses its right to bear arms.
So that guy, he's dead because he fucked or tried to fuck a bear.
And how did this how did someone find or know what this guy did?
Well, the furries reported seeing him, wandering around trying to get involved, and the big rooster cock man was, running him off, and he finally wandered off into the woods, and well.
So they heard it, most likely.
Most likely.
Wow.
But yeah, he was on
Yeah.
shrooms. So yeah, he had a hell of a night.
So there you guys go, guys.
Yeah.
Be careful when you take shrooms.
Yeah, that's
Be in a
right,
safe
Clocks.
environment. On your
Don't
couch,
take
They heard
shrooms
it
for
all right,
less.
and they heard it all right, and they weren't listening to the bare necessities.
The bare necessities. What's with the Disney jokes today? We're gonna get sued by Disney. Second episode. Done.
Yep, we're fucking canceled.
They can try it, but as soon as their mascot becomes public domain, we're spit roasting their fucking mouse.
We're canceled. Good job. I blame Clocks for this.
Yeah, Clocks, it's your fault.
We need to copyright Disney. We need to copyright the mascot.
So, does
Okay,
anybody
okay,
else
so-
have any?
Aries, do you have anything for Darwin Awards?
I mean, we could talk about how the Oxford University needs to rewrite the dictionary thanks to a certain group of survivors redefining what it means to be a sole survivor in Korea.
I don't
Read-
understand what that means.
Yeah, you need to what?
The fucking
I
crowd
understood none of
surge.
that. Go on.
Rita, you're back.
The crowd surge in Seoul, where what was it, 154 people get squished.
Oh,
The
the
shit that
crowd.
you sent me last Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the Korea thing.
Oh, the thing with where Clocks was upset that the Koreans were having a
The
party or
crowd
something,
surge.
and
Yes, where
Yeah.
Which did I miss?
welcome back, Retza.
hi Reza.
I missed a lot.
Yes, you did. Where the death toll is 150 was 154, which is like the
Holy shit, I remember that right.
the largest its amount since 64, I think it was 1964. But yeah, just people, a whole bunch of people just last year were in South Korea, and they were just all along the streets and just were pushing each other to where 150
Yeah, it was a mosh pit.
people, basically. I think here it
Yeah,
causes
and
a
now
crowd surge.
I know there's something along the lines of what 99,000 soul survivors. Well, not including the gingers, but you know.
Every
That's
time.
true.
The gingers. Those gingers. They
Don't
have
have
souls. They just don't
souls,
have their own. Okay, they stole others.
Yes.
It's
Somebody
just,
It wasn't
played
a
a lot.
mosh
Honestly-
pit. Yeah, I know. It was in alleyways and stuff.
that was an alleyway
But-
mosh pit.
Yeah, so
but how often has there been a large group of people and somebody hasn't been squished? Like, what did they expect to happen? Is that large group of people is going to happen,
yeah,
especially when there's
how
alcohol
many
involved.
people did they have? Like, let me see.
Didn't they say it was something like 100,000, 10,000?
Let's see.
There's a lot.
Yeah, it was the worst ever disaster. 26 foreign nationals and 2 U.S. citizens were among the dead.
Sorry if you hear meowing, my cat's right next to me.
I do not hear meowing.
No worries. We already covered the whole furry thing, so it's kind of.
My normal
Yeah, you
cat-
missed. You missed my furry story.
Oh,
You know, where a guy died by
Aw.
fucking a bear.
Yeah,
Oh.
he tried to. He was like, he thought he was a dog. He tried to fuck a bear. He was talking to trees and bushes and shit, and the bear got triggered and killed him.
Yeah,
uh,
and
they actually
last
don't
words were,
say.
"You just need to grin and bear
And that one's for Clocks.
it."
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
it doesn't actually give a how many, but yeah, I do agree. I believe it was around 100,000, if not more. But yeah,
it's
this article.
there has been concerts with like 1% of those people that have been held up because of one person being pushed over. It's just
Yeah, like
it
there was
happens
that.
every
I mean,
time.
did you guys not hear about that one concert that happened not too long ago? Like where there was like actually somebody in the crowd that needed medical aid, and the guy on stage didn't, like, he saw what was happening. He didn't even bother to stop like the concert or whatever, and like, you know, try to make an announcement like, hey everybody, you know, give him some room, you know, the paramedics are trying to get in here and get this guy. He just kept going. Like, do you guys not pay attention to this shit? Like, that shit happens every day.
I heard about that one.
if it involves
Yeah, but-
celebrities, I'm out.
But not to this level, like of 154.
Well, what do you, like Aries says, what do you think is going to happen whenever you stick
yeah.
that many people together?
I
Like,
agree. That's
like,
why
if
I
it ha-
stay home.
If it happens on a smaller scale, on a larger scale, it's going to happen, guaranteed, on a fucking larger scale. Especially
everyone
when there
in
is
here is
guaranteed to be
drinking
alcohol,
superficial-
people not paying attention, and people with their fucking phones out trying to be popular. Like,
Okay,
nobody's
so-
going to be paying attention.
Not everyone in there was drinking. The subway station was on the other street. Some people were just trying to get home. Well, and that's one thing that fucking sucks. There were people who didn't even want to be there that were
never
stuck
hear
in
of a
this.
detour?
Injured as many as 100,000 people
pre-planning.
going in and out. Like, I mean,
I mean,
come
I
on.
never lived in a city, but like, even I know, right? Like, I've been to, well, a pretty large
Fox just
city
put some
nearby.
stats, 149 killed, 150 injured, as many as 100,000 people going in and out.
Well, like, here's the thing. Like I've never lived. I've never even lived in a town. But I've been in like big cities. Like I might like ride to a city or something with a friend of mine. And if there's like a football game or something going on, we know to just stay far away from like the stadium or whatever. I mean,
Police
it's
were called and told it was getting dangerous hours ahead of the surge. But at that point, there's no way to even stop it, I don't think. I don't even think police officers could really control that type of thing when you're against 100,000. They ignored it.
That's the thing, though. They can. They can
yeah,
segment
they
the
have riot
streets.
gear, they have tear gas, they have rubber bullets, they have which maybe the
Like
cops are what
6
caused the
hours.
surge. I don't know.
6 hours before. Wow, yeah, because they did a week-long morning on it. I did read that.
Like, the
6
thing is, like,
hours before.
they could have emptied one of the streets and just had people funneled out slowly. Like, with 6 hours, that's more than enough time to at least cut it down by a few thousand.
Yeah, why was what did the cops cause the surge? Like, did the cops show up and start shooting rubber bullets into the crowd and everybody
No, they
freaked out
did.
and
No,
ran
they
away?
didn't do
Like,
shit. The cops didn't do shit.
okay, well, what caused the surge? Like, what this surge that you're talking
It was
about?
right
Like,
after the COVID-19 restrictions were lifted, and I think it was for Halloween because it was in October. There was a
Yeah.
protest that they had police specialized in crowd control. Well,
The
yeah, it's
event was
called
the first
riot police.
well, they
It was the first Halloween party that place could have after COVID.
and so yeah, and everyone was just excited to be out of the house. Be
Wait, were
part
they
of it.
surging to the whatever or away from it?
I think they were just out and about, like it, probably similar to how we do
What?
not a
Whoa,
trick-or-treating thing,
what are
but
you
like it's
calling a surge then? I'm thinking like a surge is almost like a dam breaking and like everything just moving rapidly in one direction.
People just everywhere is what this
Well,
is.
that's just a crowd. That's not a surge.
But that's what it's
It's-
called.
It was basically mass hysteria that caused it. Like, one person gets knocked over, one person starts panicking, that has a knock-on effect. The people around them start
Well,
panicking.
alright, yeah,
The people around them don't know what's happening, they start panicking.
yeah, they probably
Clox
they were probably
Clox is freaking out. She's going,
they
no,
were-
no, no.
they were probably taking shrooms and were like thought they were fucking bears and the bears were real and woke up and got upset and that's
Or
what
they
caused
saw
the
the
surge.
Wankmaster 3000 sitting on a table for sale.
Oh yeah,
What
like they
the
were
fuck?
all rushing to it, like, oh my god, we gotta get that thing. Gotta put my dick in
What-
there.
Goddamn furry setting up all the hairy situations.
Clox, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is something she's so adamant about, and we're fucking turning into this.
But
Well,
yeah,
I don't know,
it's just
Clogs,
like-
were they taking shrooms and fucking bears? Because I can understand how that could cause a surge.
But like, this is just like going to be a fucking PSA for common fucking sense. If anyone is going to a group event of any fucking scale, stick to the edges. If you were in a group, stay as the group. So if a fucking surge or anything like that happens, you can group
Where
up. It is much
that's-
harder to knock over a group than an individual.
Hold on.
That's
If
right.
you're in
Tie
this-
yourselves together and start clotheslining people running by being disrespectful.
Like, fucking group hug. Like, no matter how awkward it is so much more difficult to knock over two people grouped together than it is one. If you're in the middle of a fucking street, go inside a building. At least there, if it is a public area like a pub, those people have some degree of first aid training. So if you're injured, they have facilities or a back room they can drag you into to get you away from being injured even fucking more.
Yeah,
Like,
like
there
the
is so
Wild
much
West.
shit that you could do, but just people are so fucking stupid. There is no self-preservation or common sense anymore. It's just, I want to be in the middle of a group to be popular.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's TikTok, though. I mean,
Okay.
you know, I used to complain and bitch about TikTok, you know, being like a detriment to our society, but I'm starting to kind of feel like we need TikTok to kill all the stupid people. Like, yeah, just kind of help cull the gene pool a little bit, you know? Clear it out, get
Yes.
rid of the dumbasses.
Hey, I use TikTok.
Oh,
So do I.
oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, like I think any of the creators. It's mostly the creator type people.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The people that like, you know,
You do
like
realize
said,
that
they're
by
trying
being
to
on
get in the
TikTok,
middle.
you're like being on TikTok, you're one of the people that's fueling the creators.
Well, yeah, that's possibly true.
Let's see, the area immediately around the
It
crush is
depends
characterized by
though. It's
very
like
narrow streets and alleys.
Like they
Death
can't
tries
be
to. Death has
like they
tried to
can't
tell me that it's not all bad on TikTok, but
like
mm,
TikTok can't have
There's a lot of
creators
titties.
if
You
it
like
doesn't have its
titties.
viewers.
yeah,
No panic.
Pornhub
Like
has
the
a lot of
blog-
titties too.
Okay. Clocks is saying there was no panic, by the way.
Oh well,
Except for the
then it
one
wasn't a
stuck.
surge.
No, that's what they call when people get crushed by crowds and stuff. It's called a crowd surge.
I thought that was just called a crowd
No.
or like a riot
Not-
or.
No, when they get crushed like that, it's a crowd surge. Is what it's called.
Oh
trying to-
well,
But yeah, that's just like reiterate his points. Stick to the edges, or if you can't do that, be inside a fucking building.
We'll see the
I
At
people.
least that way you have some way to escape.
I just wouldn't go.
We'll see.
But
Yeah.
that's me.
I believe there were people like actually being pushed up against walls and stuff, and they were the ones who like started getting crushed. Let's see. When it said the crush started when a group of young men pushed others until people started falling. Some survivors claim that because business hours were over, nearby establishment had also blocked people from entering to escape the crush. The first call to emergency services number was made at 1834.
That's largely on businesses being dicks. They see people are being in help and they're like, no, fuck you, then yeah, that one's
Yep.
on them.
In the call, the caller said that an alley next to the Hamilton Hotel was becoming extremely crowded and dangerous. The caller clarified after being prompted by the official that they felt that a large accident would happen if people fell over. Between the call and 2200, at least 79 emergency calls were made. Emergency officials said at least 11 calls were made by people experiencing compressive suffocation. So that's what is caused by a crowd surge. You actually have compressive suffocation.
Too many people sucking the air out.
Yep.
Well, like just being squished to the point that you can't breathe.
Well, that also happened at that concert I was talking about. I think like 6 or 7 people actually died at that concert. The one, not that one, the one that I think was like in Florida or wherever, where the guy saw what was happening, the dude up on stage, and
can't
he
watch
was
a
like,
YouTube
ah,
video
fuck it,
right
let's
now,
keep
Clocks."
partying.
Clock just sent us
Like,
a YouTube video.
People were getting crushed up against the walls, dying. People, like a few people fell down, and well, people just stomped on them and stomped them to death. Not like necessarily on purpose. There was just too many people. And yeah, that was another thing. I think that venue got sued because they were way over capacity, and they knew that, and they didn't care.
Once again, money prevails over people.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
always.
You know, how much is a human life worth? You know.
There's actually a money amount on the like if you Google it, I think there's actually an accurate account. of
Oh
how
yeah, in
much.
China, I think it's like $10,000 or something, or at least that's what it used to be.
I think it's lower than that.
Yeah.
Well, no, in China it was like 10K. Not to like buy somebody as a slave, to like pay to get to go into a room and shoot somebody in the face with a gun or stab them to death or however you want to kill them. It's about 10K per
Have
person.
you been on the dark web?
Me?
It's
Nah,
about-
no.
It's about 30 to 50 if it's a more
Never,
high
he would
profile person,
never
10
do
for the
that.
regular ones.
No, I'm too stupid to get on there. I don't go to the deep web.
The deep
I've been on there.
Well, yeah, but you're a lot smarter than me. You work in tech support, for instance, according to Death.
He should be in fucking tech support.
Well,
Never get a job for doing something that you enjoy because you will fucking hate it every time.
that is true.
Well,
You will start to hate
I'm in
it.
finance and I love finance.
Well, come back and talk to us after like 15 years.
Okay, so 9 more years. Okay. Okay, so more Darwin Awards, guys. So there is actually a list of Darwin Awards. I pulled up the one for 2022. And
Actually, I have a question before we continue on.
yep.
Why is Clock so fascinated with a whole bunch of Asians getting killed?
She's not. She's found out that she's got a new phobia in this crowd surges.
Yep,
Oh, I
there was
thought-
people stuck
okay,
at the
well, that's
bottom
better
with
than
space
having a
because
new
the people
phobia
who
called
fell
Asians.
had created a wall. So one side had the road, the other had the alleyway, and people stuck. Yeah, that would be so scary. Like, My heart goes out to the people in Korea who had to deal with that. Like,
Yeah,
That's rough.
that's
Yeah, like it is a shit situation to be in, but at the same time, a crowd that size and
Stay
nothing was
home.
done about it, they kind of only have themselves to blame at that point.
well, you can point
And
the
the
finger at a
government.
lot of people. You can point the finger at the authorities, which I'm lumping the authorities in with the government there. You can point the finger at each individual that was like, yeah, let's go out there in that street with like fucking 10,000 people or 100,000 or however many it was. Yeah, what's the worst that could possibly go wrong? You can blame whatever. What would you say? They
Like-
were like trick or treating or whatever. Like I
Like-
don't.
Like everyone's just gonna be pointing fingers about it, but that's the thing. Like they were all at fault for that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like that's what I was gonna say. You can like point the finger at so many people in that situation. The emergency. Well, I guess I don't know. Maybe not really the emergency people. They were probably doing everything they could. They just, it's kind of frowned upon to get in an ambulance and drive through a crowd, running people over to try to rescue one person at the other end.
I mean, you're
Feel
in an
like they
ambulance,
were-
you can pick them up afterwards.
Well, yeah, but ambulances can't haul that many people. I mean, unless you're just stacking dead bodies in there like cordwood.
Just bring extra rope. Just tie them to the back. Drag them along the road. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, road rash. Yeah, don't worry. If he's still kicking, he's fine. Like.
Yeah, and just
So-
like when they're on the back of the road, just have a big sign on the back of the ambulance saying "just married."
Oh my god, that's like that ties into kind of like what we were talking about
Is
last
that a
week about the
Korean wedding?
tortures, but with the... Oh my god, guys.
Wait, ties into the what now?
It
What were we
ties into
talking
the
about?
tortured methods that we were talking about last week. Wasn't there one where a guy's like gets pulled behind a boat?
No, he gets thrown over the front, killed, hauled.
Oh
Or keel
yeah,
hauled.
that's it. That's it.
Pretty sure they did that in Final Destination.
How? How would they have done that in Final Destination?
Actually, no, that might have been a horse that they done it with. I just remember something getting
What?
thrown over the board of a ship, going underneath it, and then hitting the propellers at the back end of it.
Of a ship?
Oh, that reminds me of yeah.
Final
the-
Destination was a plane.
There's
Oh,
like
the plane?
100
I
of
heard
those,
boat.
aren't there?
Yeah, it's true. There's like 6 or 7 of them now.
I
Like
think.
yeah.
No, well, technically there's an infinite amount of them because of how they ended it.
Watch a lot of sad things from crime stories to try. Yep, morbid podcast. I know. Yeah, the people that they did save was all civilians. Saint. Oh. Yep, there's a lot of students and stuff in those crowds because well, it's a Halloween thing. Like all these kids are so excited to be out there, and parents just like, I mean, come on, it was their first COVID thing to go to after COVID, and they just
And
were
they
all
kind of-
excited and.
It reiterates my point about teachers being complete fucking morons because there were teachers in that group and they should have known better as well. Like,
No,
it's
that's
their
a-
job to have a fucking brain.
Well, he is
Okay.
right.
Different topic. Okay. So Darwin Awards.
Wait,
So,
I seen something in there about space. What about space? I'll talk about space.
where's no, the ferry
What?
was the ferry was a school trip. I don't know what you're talking
There
about.
was people stuck
The one that
at
went down.
people stuck at the bottom with space. Oh, never mind. I
Yeah,
thought
she's
she was.
talking about the people in the street, goofball.
Yeah, I thought she was like talking about space. I was like, hell
No.
yeah, we'll talk about space, but never mind. She's just talking about people ran out of space.
I have a feeling
and
we're gonna go
couldn't
over
live
2 hours
anymore.
today, guys, because we're touching.
But I did say it was going to happen at some point repeatedly.
Yes. Okay, so oh my god, guys, you and that realistic knocking. Grr, I actually
Yeah,
felt-
I would turn that off for the podcast, like all the noisemakers and stuff.
I might have to, because these guys are going crazy. Which one did that one now? Jack again. Now y'all lost track of things. We never lose track of things. We're right where we're supposed to be. Okay, so the Darwin Awards, and the caption on it says, shout out to those who sacrificed their very lives, inadvertently to be sure, to improve our gene pool by the 1 minute iota. And they-
Yeah, and then the survivors end up on TikTok.
Yep.
Oh
So, thanks. I posted TikTok, asshole.
Oh no, that Even Redsa doesn't post TikTok. She's just
It's
on
my
there.
gaming stuff, okay?
How could you betray your country to China?
Yeah, what
We're
the
already
fuck?
owned by China. What the fuck are you
Post
talking
your
about?
game stuff on like everything except TikTok. You got YouTube, you got Twitch, you got.
Because I have it on YouTube, and I have Twitch, and I have Instagram,
It's
and
common knowledge that TikTok
TikTok.
has people from the Chinese Communist Party in it, for fuck's sake.
Instagram is just for like hookers and thoughts and stuff.
sugar
like,
daddies.
Why are you posting shit on fucking Instagram?
The only
Are
time
you
I
a
want to hear
hooker?
Instagram,
No,
the only time I
it's
want to
not
hear
for
about
fucking
Instagram is when
hookers.
I have a weed dealer.
My weed dealer.
Wait, what the fuck is Instagram?
My
I thought
weed dealer's
Instagram
on
was.
Snapchat. That's why I'm not on Snapchat.
I thought Instagram was like the cheaper alternative to OnlyFans. Like, what the fuck is
No,
Insta?
it's not.
I just thought it was like a bunch of.
Instagram. Oh my god, Instagram is
thought
actually fairly
Instagram
similar
was
to
just
Facebook.
like where- I thought it was like a bunch of chicks who just like took pictures of their asses and tits and shit and posted that all over the
more,
place. Like,
it's kind of similar to it's kind of a mix between TikTok and Facebook because you can post your videos, but you can also actually make daily posts and reels too. So it's like a mix, but you don't have like
well, yeah, but you can make daily posts anywhere.
but it's like about pictures, visual things, not just words.
Yeah, exactly. Tits and asses. Yeah, exactly. That's...
Yeah, okay, I will say a lot of my newsfeed is, or all my For You page might have a lot of tits and ass. And
Oh,
kitties,
so
kitties,
you're
there are
posting a
kitties
lot
there
of-
too. No, I'm not posting this stuff. Don't.
Okay, well, you guys
fucking-
heard it here. Death's page on Instagram has nothing but her tits and asses all over it. If you would like to see what glitter nipples looks like, please go to
I'm
her
gonna Google
Instagram
Death's Instagram.
or subscribe or however you do shit on Instagram. I
They
don't
have
fuck with Instagram,
followers,
but
they just follow. But no, my glitter nipples are not on Instagram.
how come you showed that your neighbor your glitter nipples, but you won't show like
Emotional,
random people on
damn
the
it.
internet your glitter nipples?
I
Like,
did not show my neighbor my glitter nipples.
yes, you did.
I
You should
I
tell
didn't
that
really-
How
story.
were your friends about Death?
He must have paid for the trial version.
I didn't realize that my pajama shirt was that see-through, okay, when I went out and cleaned off my deck, okay?
Yeah, she's just out there sweeping away. The neighbor comes over, standing at the end of his
And
driveway, just
asking me
staring at her
about
from
my,
across the
my
street.
neighbor, he asked me about my cat because my cat is an indoor-outdoor cat and he likes to go over and apparently my neighbor feeds the stray cats in the neighborhood. And my cat's a fat ass and will go over there after he ate at my house and will go eat the food that he leaves out for the strays.
Yeah,
And
and then the
so-
guy walks across the yard while he's telling her this shit, and he's like,
across
man.
the road. This is the guy
Man,
across
look
the
at them.
road.
"Oh, okay." He's like walking on. He's like,
And
"Man,
so
look at the
and this
nipples.
is the
Holy
first time
shit!
he
I gotta
ever
make up
did-
an excuse to talk to this chick." Hey, you know, your cat's pretty
You're-
active little guy. You know, he's
Oh, and
running around.
what's his
he's
name?
doing
So I know
stuff
his
in the
name. Like ask
neighborhood.
me his name and stuff. and-
Also, not to mention, the first time he told us, it wasn't across the road. He made it sound like it was over a fence.
No, this guy's across
yeah.
the road. He walked across the road and to ask me
Yeah,
about
to get a better look at your nipples with your see-through
that top
top.
has
that
now been
you-
thrown away, by the way. Like it is.
Why
done.
did that guy jizz on it a little bit? You get like a jizz
No,
stain on it, you can't
no,
get
no,
out.
no.
Like,
I just.
Did you decide to just skip the see-through altogether and just walk out there topless?
yeah, that's what she did. She walked out. She's like, "I'm gonna sweep the porch nude." Yeah. Then the neighbor guy comes out. I hope this isn't like a really old guy, like 80s years old, you know, because you're probably gonna give him a fucking heart attack or like he'll just die. Like he won't know what the fuck's happening.
No. Nope. I totally got rid of that because so I won't make that mistake again and forget that I have a see-through top on.
Well, I don't know why
no
you
one
don't put regular
gets to
clothes on whenever
see-
you go outside to do yard work anyway.
No one gets to see the glitter nipples. They're my glitter nipples.
Unless you go to her Instagram and follow her on
No,
Instagram.
they aren't that.
What happened to live
I
next
could
door?
not find her Instagram.
Good.
I'm gonna look at.
Clarks, what are you messaging me about now?
Just go to Google and type in glitter nipples. She'll be the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, I've heard that there's been recently a huge surge of that as
That's
well. So
sad.
if you look up glitter nipple inflation, you might find it as well.
Oh, does she got those inflatable boobs?
What?
God damn, Death.
What?
I hear those are kind of expensive.
No, they're not inflatable. Mine are real. Thank you very much. And now I'm like trying to avoid like picking them up and shit on because I'm streaming my
You're trying to avoid picking up your boobs?
boobs.
What-
Yes, my
did they-
boobs to show that they're
what-
real
but
because
did they-
they're
Like,
real.
Wait a minute,
detach
did
and fall-
Did
they
they
detach
fall
and fall on
off?
the floor?
Why
They're
are we
not
talking
real.
about my
Like-
boobs right now?
I think her boobs fell off into the floor. Now she's like trying to
Oh
pick
my
them up, but she
God.
doesn't want everybody watching like her video to know that, you know, she dropped her boobs on the floor. So she's like,
They can
See,
see
this is
that
why
my
I don't-
boobs are
this is
still
why I don't like
attached to my
plastic
chest.
This is why I don't like plastic surgery. You should have gone with rubber surgery, so at least that way they would have bounced back up into your hand.
no, there's these inflatable ones, I think. Like, right, like you could like pump them full of stuff and they inflate and like I
Oh,
guess whenever
yeah.
you're done for the night, you know, like you can like, you know, go into I guess the bathroom and on inflate them. And then you can go to bed with small boobs, but like if you know, you're just gonna be around the house that day, you don't gotta worry about inflating your boobs. You
Oh, yeah,
can
and
just
It's save on birthday balloons as well. Just fill them with helium and just put happy birthday on them and then walk around floating in the air.
yeah, Death, have you ever tried inflating your boobs with helium to make them lighter, maybe easier on your back?
How would you fucking do that? How would you? Cause what? You hit a vein and you fucking die at that point.
No,
Hit the
the
vein.
Aries
It's
said that you
helium,
have
not
those.
coke.
Okay, where
Aries said
do
that
you
you
put
have
it?
the inflatable ones.
I
Like they're
don't
the one,
have
like you have
inflatable-
those installed. There's like a port on each side beside the armpit, and you just
Yeah.
like hook the tube up to that, fill them up.
I
You
don't-
know,
I
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know.
it's just simple pumping. It sounds like this.
How do you guys come up with this shit?
I don't know. This is why I decided that we should have a podcast. I never thought in a podcast we'd go for like 10 minutes about my tits.
well, I can talk
Honestly,
all
that's
day
on
about
you. You should
tits.
have expected that.
Yeah, you
Jeff.
should have expected that. I could talk all day about tits.
Def, you have me and Rog in a VC. How did you not expect it to go tits up?
Exactly. And Redza, to answer your question, this is a tiny little peek into how my brain operates.
Very
Yeah,
tiny
and these-
peak. Very,
Yeah,
very
and
tiny
the
He's
quick-
constantly thinking about Death's breasts.
The quick answer is we don't think about it. We just do it.
That's true. I don't have much of a filter. Most of the time I say shit and don't even realize I said it till afterwards. And I'm like, fuck, I hope I didn't like, you know, offend anybody or hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah,
And then I'm like, oh, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't really have a filter.
Yeah, the amount of times I've done that, and then my brain goes like, "Oh yeah, that might be fucked up to say." Oh well.
Poor Redza got drug into this podcast and she's like, what in the fuck is this?
We're blowing up titties with helium? What?
That's a thing. Well, I mean, no, you don't. I think it's like a liquid you pump into them or something. I don't know. Like, I heard about this shit. I don't know. I'll have to
Now
Google
I
it
kind-
sometime.
Yes, Google it for next
What
time.
are you gonna even Google?
Inflatable titties.
I'll Google it right now. Fuck it. We're already on this
I'm already
fucking
on it.
inflatable
I mean, my
titty.
fucking browser history has the black market prices for organs. It's gonna be
Smithy's
at least weird to get this
inflatable
on it.
boobs.
Well, I don't know if those are the right one. Like, I'm
I
not
don't
talking
think
about like the
so.
ones that you like hang over
Yeah.
your like you
Those
you
are for
put them
men.
on.
Those are men.
These are like
Realistic
Yeah.
this is
inflatable
like an
boobs.
implant type thing. Like you get.
Realistic inflatable boobs.
Oh, you're going down that road. I was gonna look for the
Implant.
biggest ones.
Inflatable breast implants. Or what are adjustable breast implants?
Yeah, those.
So London may have already beat us to it. What the fuck?
What?
In the Irish news for 2000 and the 1st of April 2019. Okay, yeah, that explains it. In London, there are giant inflatable boobs popping up around the city to support breastfeeding in public.
They're just have boobs floating around. Is that what that is?
So there is a giant inflatable boob sitting on top of a building.
Man, that is awesome. I kind of want to visit London.
Don't tell Scaly that.
Although I can't say I'm surprised considering that's also the country that tried setting
I
the sea on
should
fire.
send this article to Scaly so she can get some boobies.
Yup. There you go. helping them out.
But yeah, okay, so I have found it. Expandable breast implants.
Yeah, I told you they're a thing. Like, you guys thought I was making this shit up. That shit's real. I get very bored late at night when there's no one to talk to.
Basic saline implants that can be adjusted post-augmentation operation. The concept of the implants comes from a reconstructive breast surgery where an expandable implant is expanded on a weekly basis following surgery until the desired volume or size is achieved. The concept has migrated to cosmetic surgery procedures and leads directly to breast augmentation. But how can that be? Because you have skin.
It's like a
It
fucking
stretches.
sack. They put a sack inside your tit, and then they pump shit into it.
And then it stretches, and then the skin regrows again. It regrows to that being its natural shape,
But
and then
like
they
when
increase
someone
the size
gains
again.
weight, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like,
Although
your
what I'm
skin
more
just
wondering
stretches.
is, did they replace the nipples with valves, and that's how they inflate it? They just go to the doctor, they pop up the valves on their nipples, and the doctor just blows them up.
Like a little top, dunk, like pop the top.
Yeah. So I'll be back in 4 years. I just need to go get a medical degree.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Does
Oh my
medical
God.
degree only take 4 years in Ireland? Because it takes 7, I believe here.
I think it's more of a nursing one, but yeah, it's still a basic medical license. Well, it wouldn't be a medical license; it'd be the license to look after people.
You
and help the
don't need
doctors.
to go to fucking college or whatever for 4 years.
I never said I was going to college.
to blow up like you know, you just the woman comes in, you put your mouth on her nipple, you start blowing, you know. I mean, it's
Oh,
you don't need a license for that. Just start a whorehouse.
just start
No,
a
see,
Feel
I wa-
weird. You're
No, I
just
wasn't
a
going to get. I
brothel.
wasn't going to
doll
college
at
to get
this
a.
point.
the suspect's brothel. We're starting.
Yeah, there we go, Clocks. That's
But
a good
to-
one.
To be fair, we did have the idea of having a suspects nudist calendar at some point, but
You had that idea.
no, that one was Eddie. I'm like 70% sure.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, Clocks wrote off on that. She was like, "Yep, let's go."
That's,
Yeah, I'm pretty
that's
sure-
how we're gonna fund the
I'm pretty
server,
sure-
guys.
I'm pretty sure it was Eddie that came up with it, and me and Source were fully backing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'll be a topic in the next
Hey,
meeting.
guys, if you want to join in on this shit show and join in on our conversations whenever we have this, I click the link that is in my chat to join the Discord server so you can hear us come up with this bullshit because
And prepare for a wild time.
this is
No,
only
see,
like 10% of what we cover.
Yeah, but see, like, when you say come up with this bullshit, you're making it sound like we have a creation procedure. We don't even have that.
No, when we play games together or just sit in a chat together, it is like 10 times worse than this. Oh, we
have to filter for Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, let's
No,
just
you
say
do. I don't.
let's just say what, a few hours ago, going on 4 hours ago now, we had a staff meeting for our server. And it went on for 2 hours, longest that it's probably been in quite some time, because we just had so much random stuff going off the rail. And all of a sudden I was just like, guys, our podcast starts in 20 minutes. We need to wrap this up. And I don't think we really did anything staffy.
No, we did. We
Staffing related?
we
Happy.
covered anime. We covered
Bedroom
Uh,
activities, the red room.
yeah. For some reason, you guys want to start a like horror red room thing where you drag somebody into a room and murder them on the dark web. I was not on board with that. That was not okay for me.
No, the red
Yeah,
room
I'd
of
rather just
pain
do it on YouTube.
from 50 Shades of Grey. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, you guys, all the women start talking about their fucking fantasies and shit.
No, we were
and-
discussing what we were
Uh-huh.
originally discussing was how in their teens, women don't think about sex like men do, because women don't generally reach their general sexual peak until their 30s to 40s. I'm not saying
Like,
that.
well,
it's-
No wonder it
bullshit.
takes them so long to fucking orgasm. If it takes 12 years to get them to that point.
I love cougars.
as a teenager, even up to my 20s, and even somewhat into my 20s, I I generally didn't know about the idea of sex. Like, I kind of did when I found my brother's porn, but like, my first time, yeah, we got nothing done, Clocks. We did. We got nothing done.
That's not true. We did.
But in like my first time, I was actually I hold it under a sexual abuse category because I didn't know. Nothing was talked about. Nothing. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I
And
think it's different for every woman because I was not taught it. My mom just threw a sex book at me and told me to read it.
see, my mom, when I got my first period, I thought it was dying.
I
Had no
thought
idea.
so too, and then my mom kind of explained it, and then she threw the sex book at me.
No one explained anything. They just threw a pad at me and said, "Here you go."
And they were like,
I learned nothing.
these
And
two
then they
women were
wonder-
like, wait a minute. I have to deal with this for how long?
Yep, and then they wonder why I didn't know how about family planning or Planned Parenthood or anything like that, and wonder why I got pregnant by like 3 different men and 2 out of wedlock.
Well,
Like, The
I
first
don't
like I
even
said,
remember.
like I said,
I
I
don't
think
even-
it differs from woman to woman.
Yes,
because,
it
like,
totally-
For me, I definitely grew up with like a sex ed in my school and stuff. So, and we were actually taught about like Planned
Grew up
Parenthood
religious.
and everything, like by grade 9.
Yep,
So-
I grew up in a religious household and went to
Ooh, they'll do
a
it.
parochial school where we were told women don't talk about this stuff.
Ooh, yeah, they'll do it.
So
That's
like
weird.
I had no idea. My first relationship where sex ended up being involved was actually pretty abusive, and I didn't even think about that because I was religious. I thought I lost my virginity to this guy, even though I had no idea what had. No, like I didn't want that, but I dated the guy for almost 2 years, and then someone pulled me aside and said, like, why are you in this relationship? And it's like, what do you mean? Because I was religious. He took my virginity. I have to stay with him. Like, that's how I grew up.
Is that how religion works? I thought it was you
No,
didn't
no,
have
not-
sex until you were married.
But I didn't know I was having sex.
Except for the poophole loophole.
You did. Well, yeah, there is that. Wait, you didn't. Wait a
No.
minute. You didn't know
I
you
didn't
were
know.
having.
I didn't know that was sex.
What
had
the
no
fuck did
clue.
you think it was? You were wrestling? Like
No, I didn't know what was happening.
you didn't know what? How old were you?
14. Had no idea. I was
Wait,
so
what?
naive. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yep.
That.
My mom never sat me down for anything. And like my dad took care of the boys because boys generally nope, had no idea.
Wow. So you just thought that this is a normal thing people do. They get naked and they lay on top of each
We
other.
weren't naked.
Like
We weren't fully naked.
Like, did you not like see sex scenes in movies or something?
yeah. Like did you not watch anything? Like
Nope.
I mean, I grew up in the '90s too. There was
Nope.
a moderate amount
I
of sex on regular TV.
I
See,
found
so did I. I never got that talk as well, from what I remember. Like my first, I knew about it. I know all the details. I don't know why the fuck I knew about it because I never had that fucking talk with anyone.
Yeah,
It's
like that's me. I'm kind of there with him.
like-
Like nobody ever
like-
sat me down and had that talk. I figured it out. Like
No,
Like, I can
yeah,
even
but
tell
see,
you.
I
I can
was-
tell.
I wasn't even
I didn't even
around
know
like
porn existed
Yep.
and I can tell you the year it existed. I was born in '93. I found out in 2007
like
is when I found out porn existed.
I found my brother's porn collection after, and that's when
And
I started kind of thinking. But yeah, then
And,
I didn't. No one. I wasn't sat down on. Hey, a baby's made by this way, and then people wondered why I got pregnant when I was fucking 20.
I can even tell you how I remember the year.
I mean, you didn't
Because-
have friends in high school that talked
Like-
about this shit, or
Girls don't talk about that shit.
I also have the same question because
You didn't
like
hear men guys in your class or whatever. Like
I read
I
books.
don't know.
I was a loner. I did my own thing. I played sports with a whole bunch of people, but they had all their cliques.
but you
I was a loner as well.
I'm blown away. I mean,
I didn't
kinda
have-
was,
I
but
didn't
I'm
get on the
blown away
internet.
by
I
you
was-
didn't none, like no books that you ever read had
Nope.
any kind of sex in them. No movies
at
or
that age,
TV
nope.
shows, or like I'm not even talking about like porn. I'm just
didn't
talking
watch
about
TV.
like a romance movie or something.
Nope.
Um,
I barely watched TV when I was younger. I was sports, books, and
I
it
mean,
was just.
you grew up on a farm. You
There's a
didn't
lot of
like.
I
stuff
didn't
in
grow up on a
romance books.
farm. I didn't grow
I
up
thought
on a
you
farm.
did. I was gonna say like you didn't see like a
it was
horse like
farming
mounting
community.
another horse or a cow, like a bull mounting a cow. Like
Nope.
you never saw like a rooster hop on the back of a hen and just wonder what the fuck are they doing? Like
Nope.
Yeah, just wildlife even.
Nope.
like you never saw a deer like trying to as one
You
one
never
woman
saw
had
an
tried
animal
to
just humping.
one woman
No,
tried to explain it to
no.
her kid that deer's
A-
having a
after-
hard time
after I
getting up
had
the
s-
hill and the other one's helping push it up the hill. Like you never.
After I had sex or had that relationship, that's when I started actually kind of realizing things. But even still, then I didn't. No one was really telling me about things. I just knew you needed to wear a condom. That's it.
Did
But,
you have a dog like that was trying to hump your leg or hump somebody's
No.
leg whenever?
I had
I
a dog,
just
but
like-
they never humped our legs or anything.
When
like
was
I
the
saw
first
a dog.
time you saw an animal in your life? Like, was you 20 whenever you saw like,
no,
oh look,
I
it's
saw
a bird?
animals. Animals aren't always humping things.
Like, I'm just like, as a fellow woman, it's just like a little wild to me. Like, it sounds like you were almost raised in a cult.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, that actually
All
does
religions
sound
are
like that's
cult.
what.
All religions. I knew that was gonna come from Aries.
Well,
knew
yeah,
it.
they are, but like, I mean, it's yeah, like it sounds like you were like maybe raised in a fucking compound or something with like high walls and like they like. I mean, okay, answer me this: where you lived, like your house, was your school like right next door, and were there high walls around
No.
the neighborhood?
No.
Okay, all
No.
right, because like I'm like blown
Oh
away.
my
I
God!
never knew
I just
this about
remembered something. Okay, so before this all happened, I actually would go on bike rides to an ice cream shop where this girl teenager would actually sit there and I'd get an ice cream and she would tell me about her sexcapades. And I didn't understand. I would just sit there and nod.
She was just like, "Is this where you go to get the ice cream? Is that how you get the ice cream here? Is
Thi-
by this story
Like
you're
this
telling
was
me?"
interaction for me. Like my brothers didn't want me to play with them. My closest friend as a child ended up being one of those who only wanted me around when they wanted me around. So I did things on my own. I read my book, I played my sports, I rode my bike.
But that's the
What
thing.
did I?
I grew as somebody with a disability. I grew up a loner.
But
I
then
still
where did
learned
you learn this
shit.
stuff?
Like, that's the thing. Like, I was a loner, and I just read a shit ton of books, and I had unrestricted access to the internet as a kid.
Yeah, see, I didn't have
I
didn't have
didn't,
internet.
and I just knew about it.
I had no internet to look things up on. I was never on the internet. I didn't get into gaming or anything until 2021.
Like the only reason I know
Or
the year I
2020.
found about porn is look up the release date of Dead Rising, and it was about 6 months after that.
That's funny.
I only have one question. Just one question.
Yeah.
Puberty. Did you not? I don't know. Like puberty.
You
Did you
didn't have
aside from
urges?
aside from
Oh,
periods, did
okay,
you not
so-
experience anything else?
So I went to a high school dance, and this guy danced up on me, and I had those tingly feelings, right? I had no idea what the fuck that was. I was just like,
I
why
never had
does
those.
my body feel like
Like-
this?
But you didn't explore it?
Nope.
Like you didn't go to the bathroom and
Nope.
like play with
I had a
yourself a
guy
little bit or
offer.
something. Like
I had a
what
guy
the fuck?
offered to finger me,
be fair-
and I just knew that as a no-no zone, so I just instantly went no. But I didn't know what he was actually trying to
No-no
do.
zone.
To be
Like
fair, not everyone who goes through puberty gets those urges, because I didn't.
But like
maybe
you
I
never,
did.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't
You
get
never-
my first
I
urge
did.
was in high school
Like-
for a dance.
like you
Like-
never.
Even with my introduction to porn, like at the time, like when I was in the
Like, I don't
secondary,
mean-
when I was in secondary school at the time, there was only 2 people I talked to, I was
I
at the
don't
house of one of those guys, and I was playing Dead Rising. He came over, he pulled me over to his computer, was like, "Hey, look at this site I found." My reaction was, "Oh, cool," and then I went back to playing Dead Rising. That's how I know why. That's why I know when I found out about porn.
Like,
Ah,
I'm not saying necessarily like two to tango. Did you not tango with yourself?
Nope.
yeah, exactly. You never
Nope. Didn't do it.
pleasured yours.
I didn't do that until I was 18.
What?
Yep.
What?
I had no idea that that was a thing. That was that.
How?
Like I said, that area was no. You don't touch.
How?
What? You didn't
How-
get curious?
Nope. I just.
How are you alive?
Hence
Thank
why
you.
submissive.
No. Even a
I just-
submissive wolf can like get a bite to eat whatever the pack brings down to kill. No, that's not. No, that is not. You're fucking with us. She's trolling us.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Because even my boyfriend at that time, he was just like, so, well, what do you use to masturbate? And I'm just like, masturbate? What? I thought that was a guy thing to do. I didn't realize that girls even did it.
No.
And he's
What?
just like, and then he took me to a store, and I'm like, oh my god, and it opened up my eyes. And then
Welcome to the toy box. Yeah, like.
That-
Why did you
what
even
the-
have that?
Well, I mean, I've never been to
Yes,
like
Doc.
Like-
a store like that, but
Like, have you not, like, I don't know, sat near a pool jet or on a washing
Yes,
machine? or
that's
something?
that-
No,
like,
I didn't.
did you
I
did you
didn't.
like ever like so you just never rode on a motorcycle, a dirt
Nope.
bike, a riding
Nope.
tractor,
Play Power
no,
Washer Simulator.
like
Nope.
I don't know anything
I don't have
that
a power
vibrates.
washer.
You've never like she said like you were never in a pool that had like a jet. You were never like I don't know near a running
this
engine
is gonna
sitting
sound,
on
this is
something.
gonna sound bad. We had a pool and it had a jet, and I would put my butt in front of it.
Butt in front of it.
You never thought to
That's
turn
funny.
around.
No, I
Nice
didn't.
flying
I
by your
didn't
butt
have
in
any
front
of
of
those urges to do that.
Okay, so well we know that Death prefers the butt play as opposed to the.
No.
How did you have kids?
The caveman figured it out.
That's happened when she found out about sex.
9 months after she had sex. What the fuck is this? What the hell? It's a little thing. It's a little creature that's squirming. What
no,
the fuck?
So the guy that I was with obviously knew what was going on, so he knew to. Okay, 30 seconds before an ad break, chat, just so you know. So he knew to have a condom and everything. So apparently he had this all fucking planned out, but didn't decide to fucking talk to me about it.
I
Because
just want
I
a quick
had no
tip
idea.
before the ad starts. If you want to keep listening and ignore the ad, as soon as the ad pops up, mute it. Hit the pop-up that comes up on the stream on the top right-hand corner. Pop out the video and full size it. You'll still be able to watch the stream and hear us without hearing the ad.
See, and this is why I say he's our local tech support. But, well, not local. You're not local, but kind of local.
I'm on the same planet. Close enough.
But yeah, so that was. So my first child, that's how I learned how. Hey, that's how you have a baby. If you don't wear a condom and you you have sex, you could get pregnant. And so, and then and that's how I learned that. And then the second one, it was confirmed. And the third one was actually planned. That one I actually planned for my third child.
Man, you better hope your
I-
kids never see this.
I know,
Like, I
Redza.
grew up
I'm
with a
in the
lot-
same boat.
What?
I will
Like,
say
I-
that
Oh, I'm
on the
I'm
upside-
completely upfront
on
with
the
my
upside-
kids.
I grew
on the
up
upside, at
with
least you weren't
some
one of
the-
those people who thought they got pregnant through masturbation.
Like, I grew
Or a
up with
toilet
some of the
seat,
most
or-
religious friends. This is straight out of a cult. Like, I've never heard of so much
Well,
lack
no, see,
of
I
education.
Fucking cults. The only reason Catholics have been around for so long and been so popular is because they've killed the most people.
yeah.
That is true.
But, like,
See-
the thing is, cavemen figured it out.
Yeah, like she's right. Like even like our
I wasn't
ancient
curious.
ancestors
I was not
figured it
curious
out.
at all until about, let's see. When did I, probably my late 20s is when I really started, well, no, early 20s is when I really started getting sexually active. Now, no, I'm not gonna say that on stream.
Already did. Too late.
No, there's part that I was gonna add on. I'm like, nope. In my mind, I'm like crossed out.
Also, not to mention, a person, me, who has zero fucking sex drive, knew about it.
I actually had and still have a pretty strong sex drive, but like, so I mean,
Mine's
I can't really relate
non-existent.
to Aries there, but I mean, I learned about porn, I guess, way younger than everybody else, but
I feel
like
like I'm in
whenever
the same boat.
when
See-
thank you, I'm glad somebody here is like with me and I don't feel so alone. But like this was before. Well, I mean, okay, it wasn't before. Like we just didn't have any access to like the internet whenever I was young or whatever. So I mean, the internet was around. This like no like this was back whenever not everybody had a computer, not every household was wired for internet. I had just like heard from like places that like my parents would sometimes take me to like other like their friends' houses, you know, like where they would get the drinking and stuff, and like, you know, they'd start talking about this stuff. And then I actually accidentally found my first porn. Yeah, it was on VHS. Okay, that's how far back we're
oh
going
my
here.
god.
And I remember like my brother, it had to have belonged to one of my brothers. I don't know which one. But we had this entertainment center in the living room. Oh my god, my sister's probably going to listen to this, but that's all right. She'll just learn something about me that she didn't want to learn, I guess.
Well, if anything, she just got a warning.
Yeah, exactly.
Wrong sister. If you don't want to hear this,
sis.
stop now.
Yeah, sis, if you don't want to hear this, please skip forward. I don't know, 5 minutes. Anyways,
Also,
It-
taking
it-
notes.
it must have belonged to one of my brothers. We had this like pretty big entertainment center in our living room. And this was right about the time I started like staying home by myself. And so I don't know, I must have been like 12 or 13. And I was sitting in the living room floor. I think I had like a Disney movie on. I think it was like The Lion King or something. While I was sitting on the floor playing with my Legos. And the movie ended. So, you know, I got up and to like, you know, look through the VHS tapes and pick what I wanted to watch next. And I saw this video, like we always put the videos like in these VHS like I don't know. It's like a drawer thing that you pull out and it's got slots in there that like you could slide your VHS tapes into.
It has sluts
And it
for you
holds
to
them
slide
like
stuff into. You got it.
like yeah, it's nice and neat. You know, it's a nice neat way to keep your VHS tapes, you know, organized and whatever. But I put the Lion King one away, and I saw this video that was like laying on top of the entertainment center on the edge. And I was like, well, that's not, you know, we never put videos up there. Like, that's not okay. We got to put them in the VHS drawer thingy. And I looked at it, and there was this really hot girl in the front. And obviously, you know, I had a pretty strong sexual drive at a young age. And I'm like, wow, she's really pretty. I wonder what this is about. And by the way, I didn't really learn how to read very well until I was like 14, 15 years old. I was a slow learner whenever it came. I can read fine now, but that's not the point. I couldn't read what the fuck the movie was called. So, but I grab it, you know, and I pull it out. My first habit every time, whenever I pull a video out of like a thing, you look to see like if it's rewound or like
Yep.
halfway through, or you know, if you have to rewind
Stuck
it
in
or
the
whatever.
middle.
Be kind, rewind.
And yes, exactly. So I saw that it was like halfway done. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll pop it in and I'll just rewind it and watch it from the beginning because I thought this girl in the front was really pretty. And I'm like, wow, I want to see more of her. I'm thinking it's like, I don't know, some kind of like a movie that I definitely was not expecting what I saw. I didn't know what it was, but I thought the girl was pretty, or the woman was pretty. So I was like, yeah, I want to see more of this. So I went ahead, did the rewind, started watching it. It opened up like it was like a caveman type thing. Like it was the weirdest fight. Like my introduction to porn was really fucking weird because it was like one of those one of those porns that like has a story, but the story was not like, oh, I ordered a pizza and like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for it. It was like a mockumentary of how well, I guess it wasn't really cavemen, like how like ancient warlords or whatever, like took their women or whatever. It wasn't like rape or anything like that. But here comes the chick on the screen that I saw in the cover. And then like they go into this really beautiful garden and this guy takes all of his clothes off and then takes all her clothes off. And I'm like, oh yeah, boobies. I love boobies. I knew what those were. And then they started fucking. Well, first he started sucking his dick. And I'm like, oh, that's what that's for, Like, oh, okay, I'm fucking like learning shit, And then he picks her up and like kind
Puts her
of
on a
like
rock.
turns her. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Did you see the same one? It was like a fucking rock, like a big rock that was like under this fountain. Like this big, it looked like something from like Rome or Greece or something. Like it was a garden like that. Like there was marble everywhere, like marble statues and shit. Like, and honestly, I guess looking back on it, it's kind of a high quality porno, I guess. I mean, the places where they shot this stuff was actually pretty cool looking, like pretty, adventurous. It was like almost like something out of Lord of the Rings or some shit, except for porn. And then he like starts, like he gets his dick, and the camera like kind of zooms in, he gets his dick in his hand and he slides it in her vagina, and he starts, and I'm like, oh, you can do it with that too, like, holy shit, dude. I'm like sitting up there, man, this thing's like a workhorse. Holy shit, it can do so much, like, and well, later on that day, I learned what it was like to ejaculate, and yeah, it was pretty awesome. I didn't really know what the fuck was happening, but well, I mean, I kind of knew what was happening, but I didn't realize that video taught me a lot about the penis. Like, like, goddamn,
How
you had a
versatile it is.
this thing can piss. You can put it in somebody's mouth. You can stick it in somebody's vagina. You can stick it in somebody's ass. You can ejaculate with it. You can smack a girl on the cheek with it. Like, this thing's so fucking versatile. It's like, this is a fucking multi-tool. This thing's a fucking survival tool. You take this camping with you, man. You can fucking take down, like a tree
woman.
with it or something, like, yeah,
Definitely can't
this.
take down a bear.
Well, yeah, that guy's off the side. You can't take a bear down with your penis. He tried and failed. But, I mean, damn, dude, I was blown away. This was like in 2000, maybe 2000, 2001. And, yeah, like, I put the video right back where I found it, like the way that I found it, so like,
Did you
oh
even
man, 'cause
rewind
I
it back
thought,
to the part?
yeah, I did. Like I fucking kept taking it out and looking at it like, okay, it was about right there, And then I put it back, and then as soon as like everybody would leave again, like, or I was like left home by myself, I would like run into the living room, fuck the Legos, fuck Lion King, fuck everything. I'm getting that video. And then my heart was broken one day whenever everybody left and I went into the living room and the video was gone.
Oh.
But it's cool though, because I found another one in one of my brother's
Good.
old rooms.
It had to be returned. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It was in the house for like a month, and I'd like left it in the same fucking place, and I rewound it to the same spot each time, and then one day it was just gone. Like, but no, the other one I found. Now this one, if either one of my brothers ever hear this, they're probably gonna be like, "That's what happened to that fucking video. I always wondered what happened to it." And actually, I still have that VHS tape, but I don't know where it is, but I still have it.
One of your brothers gonna show up at your door demanding it back.
Yeah, I know, right? But no, this one was an older, like the one that I just told you about. That one was from like, I don't know, like the late 90s, maybe like the year 2000, maybe 2001, whenever I watched, like maybe it was a brand new release or something. I don't know. It was really high quality. But I found this other one, like later on, like, I don't know, it must have been 4 or 5 years later. It was like 2005, 2006. I found this other one in one of my brother's old rooms because they moved out a long time ago, but like they left a couple of things here.
Like porn.
And it was right. This was like a homemade. Well, not homemade. It was like they had it on like I don't know, like they got it on HBO or something, and then used the VCR to record it. Or I don't know. It had to
No,
have been something like
the old
that.
camera things that you could actually tape right onto a VHS tape.
Well, no, you could just record shit with a VCR like on TV, just like a
Oh, that's
DVR
what you
is
mean.
today.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what they did. Anyway, and I'll never forget. It was like written in pen on the front in like one of those fucking sticker
Stickers.
thing. Yeah, and it was called Between the Cheeks, and I was like, huh. I wonder what that is. Now at this point, I'm a veteran. I understand the penis and the power that it holds.
Power of the
and
penis.
yeah,
Oh
like
my God,
I
that's what I'm
understand.
titling this episode. Power of the penis.
And the power of the penis, yeah. Well, I understood it, and at this point I had some access to the internet, and I knew, about certain things, like, I got it. But, I found this, it said Between the Cheeks, and I'm kind of thinking, I wonder what that is. I wasn't as naive this time, though. I knew this wasn't like a cut scenes from The Lion King or some shit, like this was the real shit, So I had a hunch. So I went and dug up an old VCR, hooked it up, plugged it in. And this one was from the fucking 80s. And this is where I learned, like, goddamn, girls from like the 70s and 80s, like, they looked healthy. They weren't these skinny twigs that you see in porn nowadays. These girls were like thick, they were like, they weren't fat, but like they looked healthy, They had a little bit of a bush, and that's where I learned, wow, I kind of like bush, that's cool. And
Hey, there's my president.
and anyway, but it was also one that told a really fucked up story of this guy who was like constantly having mental breaks because like aliens were like climbing in his house at night through a window and like fucking his mom in front of him and shit. And but like the aliens were just guys with like tinfoil, like they had tinfoil hats on with like these goofy little like wiry antennas sticking out of the tinfoil hats. They had like tinfoil bracelets, and then they had like like the old cartoons, like where like if they were gonna like show somebody's like dick or whatever, like they just put like a leaf over it or something.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Well, imagine that, but with like a tinfoil loincloth, right? But then of course they got an erection, so the loincloth kind of like got pushed to the side and they started all but this guy was like having like all these like mental breaks and shit. And it turns out like he ends up growing up becoming a pimp and like he's like, yeah, we got to stop the aliens from invading by letting them fuck women's assholes. Like that was his, like, that was the whole, this fucking video was wild. Like it was out there. And I'm like,
and he still owns this one, guys.
yeah, this one's still around. I still got, although there's like this weird cut in the middle of the video where it's almost like somebody was trying to adjust the rabbit ears. Like, cause this was obviously filmed like back in the fucking 80s. Somebody was trying to adjust the rabbit ears or whatever, and like this football game comes on like halfway through for about 10 seconds, like somebody's like running a touchdown. I don't know who the fuck that was, what the hell that was about. It was really staticky and like snowy, but then it
Obviously,
fades
that was
back
a very
in.
important football scene.
Obviously, I don't.
It was important to the story.
This is starting to sound a lot like it was what inspired Duke Nukem Forever. Is that why it took so long for that game to come out, Randy? You're too busy watching VHS porn to give us that fucking game.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I never played I played the first one. I heard the second one sucked. But anyways, so yeah, there was like that whole scene cuts in for like 15 seconds. This guy's like running across. There's like a bunch of other football players chasing him. And then it fades back in, like right about the point where the aliens invade the hospital and like they get this nurse. Well, they start spit roasting her, but then like they got another dude like laying on the bottom. He's got his dick in one hole. The guy up behind her's got his dick in another hole, and then the guy in front of her's got his dick in that hole. So this is where I learned about triple penetration. I didn't know about that
That's what
until
spit roasting means. Oh my
Yeah.
god, our name is so perverted.
well, I mean, kind of, though there was an additional puncture there.
I feel
So-
like you got like a very well versed lesson.
Oh, I did. I learned about triple penetration at that point. I knew more shit than all the other kids in my high school did at that point. They didn't know about that shit. I did, though. I didn't know I knew what I didn't realize everybody else didn't know about that. But yeah, it was so that was like part 2 of my introduction into porn. And it turns out at the end, like, the guy wasn't like having mental breaks or whatever. All this shit actually kept happening to him, and he just like lived in a really fucked up town where everybody fucked everybody all the time with like
The town of orgies.
yeah, pretty much, yeah.
for
But anyway,
swingers.
yeah, pretty much, like, you
That'd
know.
be funny
So that
if
was
like in front of each house there was an upside down pineapple.
well, I'm guessing that means, say, swingers here or
Swingers.
whatever. But
Open to swingers.
but yeah, but no, I didn't see no pineapples. But like, there was like these 2 chicks diking it out in a dumpster, which for a long time, believe it or not, porn kind of fucked me up with that too, because I thought that's what dumpster diving was. I didn't know dumpster diving was like where you go into the dumpster, you try to find something nice and bring it out. I thought dumpster diving was 2 lesbians getting into a fucking dumpster and like, well, licking the pussies and the rubbing of the pussies and the scissorins and the. I thought that's what dumpster diving was. And like, I remember like one day in school, like shortly after that, some kid made a joke about, yeah, man, I heard his mom dumpster dives. And I'm like, wait, his mom's a lesbian? Like, I don't get it. Like, she goes into a dumpster with another woman and takes all of her clothes off and, whatever, I started laughing like more than everybody else. And I think they were probably wondering like, wow, man, he really thought that was funny. But I was thinking it was something totally unrelated.
If you're comparing women's vaginas to dumpster diving, then I think she might have a slight problem.
That's not what he was saying, but that's
That's
funny.
not what I meant. But yeah, like, so like, yeah, dude.
Clocks. Wink wonk.
There was so much though to like me learning about porn. I remember like one of the lesbians was actually like pretty hot too. She was like one of my favorites. Like, she looked good. She like had that nice, thick 80s body, and I'm like, man.
Oh, you went away, Clocks, and you just came back to this extra weird shit? Huh. It's like that has happened to you,
Clocks-
what, 3-4 times today?
Like, Clocks, 2 years I've been telling you to stop walking away. That way you can't come back to weird shit.
Anyway, the other lesbian though, I didn't really like her. She was like a twig. She like had like really short hair, like buzz cut and shit. And I'm like, man, that one's ugly. I want like the pretty one, like. Oh, and they're all hookers, by the way. But yeah, like I don't really know why there were 2 random lesbians in a
Vaginas
dumpster.
are like
Like,
dumpster diving is what I heard.
well, it turns out, Clocks, if you're listening to this, dumpster diving does not mean 2 women having sex in a dumpster. That's not what
man.
that means. But I'm like, hey, that was awesome.
Crushed a lot of people's hearts on that one, guys. Crushed a lot of
I'm
people's
sorry,
hearts.
everybody.
Unless it's a cum dumpster.
I feel like I've heard like 2 polar extremes
yes,
here.
this is polar extremes, which is so weird. My whole life is a lie. My teenage lie. Clocks. You ruined it for
Like-
Clocks, guys.
I don't know, like, mine was pretty normal, except it was also gay. But, like, it's just, like, small things. It's just like, oh, this feels nice. I don't know why, but it feels nice.
Was you in a
And-
dumpster when you discovered this?
Like,
No!
the thing is,
No!
That explains the
Okay.
fish smell.
the thing is, I didn't, okay, I was, like, I don't know how old I was. No, I was probably younger than 7. But I was like, oh, the pool jet feels nice there. So-
Oh, hell yeah,
No idea.
Yeah, and it's just like little stuff like that over time.
Well, see, and
And then
there was an episode of House where like this mom brings her
I've watched all of those.
where a mom brings her like 4-year-old daughter in and just goes, she keeps like spazzing out here and randomly, and well, she's
I never got caught. I never got caught.
so they
You never
they,
got
they,
caught
they
in the
watch
pool with
her
a
and
vagina out.
just like your daughter's masturbating. Like, no,
Yeah.
she's 4.
Was that the one?
It's
Was
just-
that the
that's
one where the
thing,
father
like,
was using the hormonal cream or whatever the fuck it was, and it was affecting
Yeah, I
the kid?
remember
Like-
that one. Yep.
I was just like, it feels good. I don't know what it is, but it feels good. And then I was just like, okay, I got my period. My mom says girls bleed every month. Got it. That's basically all she told me. And then, I around that time, let's say, I was 9 when I got my period. I was a really, really big bookworm then, and I read a lot of romance novels.
See, I
And
didn't.
let's say some of them would be on kissing. Nobody bothered to read like the ratings of my books, so I got away with a lot of shit. So
So why did
like,
the periodic table
I
prepare me for
figured
this? What the
out-
fuck?
and like not too long after that, unrestricted internet access. So total freedom and all the fan fiction. So I just knew like way too much for my age.
Oh my
But at
goodness.
Wait,
the
how
same
old
time,
was
it's
you
like
when this happened?
I didn't have any
Like 9, she said.
experience until I was like 18. And then that's when I figured out like, yeah, I don't like dudes, I like guys. Because I was like, after I fucked a dude, I was like, yeah, that's not for me, that's disgusting. And then I was just like, girls are hot. And then, well,
Girls are
even
hot.
when I was younger, I was like, girls are hot. Why can't I marry my best friend? She's cute. Why do I have to be with a guy? Why does everybody like guys? Girls are nice. They're pretty. Why can't I just marry a girl? And then I was like in high school when I realized lesbians exist. So
See, this is why I like Redza. Me and her can sit there and talk about tits and vaginas and shit all day, and we
So
both
can I-
like.
What the fuck is this? You talk about that shit with me.
Yeah, but you don't talk back like she does.
Well, true, because I don't
Like,
go out and touch
Reds
them.
is over here. Reds is like, fuck
Yes,
yeah, I'm right
Reds
there with
is-
you, man. I love them big titties.
I don't sound like that, do I?
No, that's just me exaggerating. But yeah, like Reds is over
like,
here.
okay.
She's like me and Reds would like go to the mall and hang out and check out girls. That's-
It's just like sitting over the corner here having a conversation like, yeah, hell yeah, neither of us are part of the itty bitty titty committee.
Nah, well, I don't know about death. Maybe that's why she makes hers sparkle to kind of like stand out from the rest. Like, woo, look at
No,
me. Like,
that was a
Yeah,
gift to
disco
myself after my
balls.
divorce, okay?
that
Thank
was
you
a
very
gift
much.
to your neighbor whenever you were sweeping the porch.
Oh my god.
Like I was like I just kind of like knew I only grew up with like like straight sex stuff, and I was just like always just like, why can't you do this with a girl? Girls are pretty and stuff. And I was
I
just
am a
like,
giver.
oh, you
Death is
can. I just
totally a
never
giver.
had like
You know
I
what?
just never found that shit when I was younger, like all the
Even when I
gay
don't
stuff.
mean to be.
Redza, I said the same thing whenever I discovered. I'm like, wow, girls are pretty. I want to do this with girls.
This is a giver. She has a penis.
Oh my
Oh,
god. You
oh
don't
my
need
God.
a penis to be a giver, okay? There are plenty female givers out there, straight
Yeah,
female
they're
givers,
strap
okay?
Yeah, in
on.
Thailand.
No,
They're strap-ons.
no, you don't need you do not need to penetrate to be a giver. It means to give like pleasure. I
You
can
mean
give
a
pleasure
top?
without having a penis or penetrating.
they're
Well,
called
that's
fried
just called
onion.
scissoring.
So you mean a top?
Or sucking cock, guys. Come on.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no one in here sucks
No,
cock
it's
besides me,
disgusting.
so
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
see,
why would I-
I'm right
like-
there with Redza again. See, this is why me and her get along so well. She's like, Cox, disgust. I agree. I don't want a dick in my face, neither does she. We
Like,
get along
I
great.
wouldn't, like, I wouldn't go to McDonald's for chicken nuggets. Why would I go around some guy for one of his?
Yeah, exactly. Redza, how old was you
Girls
when you
are
were?
pretty. They smell nice. They actually shower.
Well, I shower. Like, what the fuck? Like, that kind of feels like a low blow. I mean, I
yeah, that's what
shave
blood
and
job is.
You already
shower.
hear
And,
Rog doesn't shower.
I shave and shower and do like all that stuff.
I don't know how to explain it because I have fucked both girls and dudes. Guys just have a different vibe to them, which just kind of grosses me
Question,
out.
Clox
I do
has
not know
brought
how
up-
to explain it.
Clax has brought up a great question here. Why do guys expect their dick sucks when a lot of guys won't actually eat out?
Do you know how much it costs to get your ribs removed?
I have the same question actually. Because like
I had the
Oh.
same
every-
question too
every
because
time.
I
I've
never
actually
understood
thought
that
about
myself.
this. Yeah, I've thought about that. I'm like, look, if you expect a chick to, suck your dick, then you got to be willing.
I don't understand why guys don't want to.
Hi Val.
No, but see, like the way that Clocks has worded it, it makes it sound like why don't the guys suck the dick? And my response to that is, do you know how much it costs to get your ribs removed?
Oh,
It's
I-
cheaper to get somebody else to do it for you.
It's too expensive, Clocks.
It's too expensive.
Anyway, not like for me, like oral
Hey,
sex
Mel.
really isn't a thing for
Oh
me.
my
I'm not.
God.
I'm not really like into
Also,
oral
no
sex
comment.
one
You
way or
can't
the
put
other.
a no comment on that, Val.
Like,
You can come
all
in
right,
here
so
and join
so
this
for me,
conversation if you want.
Yeah,
For
like
me-
even Valiant could answer for us. Like, what would you prefer, spending out thousands upon thousands to get 2 of your ribs removed, or $20 for somebody to
Okay,
blow off
so here's a
instead?
question: if you had the capability, would you suck your own cock?
I'm
No.
not sure if I'd ever leave my house again.
Yeah. I mean, it's called self-service for a reason.
But
No, Val
I
says
mean, if
no.
you're flexible enough,
no,
you can do it.
I actually would not suck my own dick if I had that capability. Not really. But anyway, no, like, so for me, oral sex, like, I don't really like it one way or the other. Like, for me, it's just never been a thing.
I gotta
That's like
clip that one,
something you
guys.
do
I
whenever
have
you're
to clip that one.
15. Like, and I remember, like, I was having a conversation with this one chick I was talking to a long time ago, and she's like, "Look, I don't like sucking dick," and I'm like, "Well, that's good because I'm not really into oral sex. That's like something 15-year-olds do. Like that's not really something that fucking adults do.
What?
At least
From the
At
gay
least for me.
perspective, from the
I
gay
don't know.
perspective, very different.
Well, okay, it's a little different for you, maybe, but it's like, I mean, I don't mind it, but for me, it's
Yes,
not like
oral
a major
oral is
turn
part
on.
of foreplay. I totally agree.
It's not a major turn on, but like, I mean, it's whatever. Yeah, it's like part
You
of
haven't
the.
been with the right woman to suck your dick, apparently. God.
Again, I much prefer the vagina. It's much nicer to put your
Called
dick
out a
in.
gobstopper.
Well, like, and it's just girls are better because it's like girls are sensitive to like the smallest touch, whereas guys, you just jerk them off and they're good.
Oh my God. And then
Yeah, I never liked that either.
then there's guys who actually jerk off so much and don't even like use any lube, so they're desensitized. And so it takes them absolutely forever to come.
For me, like, I don't need a girl to give me a hand job. I have mastered that skill myself. I don't need somebody else to come in and be like, "Hey, I'll give you a handy." I don't need that. I have mastered the art of masturbation. I need a vagina, is what I need.
I don't need a handy. I can do my own handy, and it is dandy.
Okay.
Yeah,
here-
exactly.
Okay, here's a question. I've always wondered this. Okay, what movie is that? Beer Fest, I think it was, where the one guy ends up being a prostitute and is offering like services to his friends, and he says ZJ. Is that an actual thing?
A
What?
A ZJ, a ZJ,
A ZJ.
a ZJ. Maybe I can actually Google this one too.
Was that a fucking blowjob for a xenomorph?
I thought it was like a.
I've only heard it used in like slang.
From
I thought maybe it
okay.
was like a blowjob from a zebra or something. Like I don't know.
Okay,
that
now
I've-
ZJ, made famous by a Broken Lizard comedy troupe in the Beer Fest. ZJ refers to the act of getting oral sex while inebriated.
How is that?
That's just
I
called
don't-
beer 30.
Okay.
I've heard a
Okay,
shit
so
ton of stuff. I'm the first I'm hearing of
okay,
this
so
one,
here we
so-
go.
Yeah, I've never heard this before.
Urban Dictionary, zebra job. Zebra job. This is when two girls, one black and one white, give a hand job with their fingers interlocked. This becoming black and white striped like a zebra. What the fuck?
Hey,
is
I
Yeah,
was
that?
close.
This is like the time when James was attacked by the Oreo packet, or whatever he was talking about with packet of Oreos earlier.
Oh, is that what happened to you, Pirate? Is that why you hate Oreos? Because you got a Z job from a pack of Oreos one time?
Wait, what? What the fuck's
Okay.
a
Okay. Okay, and here's the one from that actually is from Beer Fest apparently. ZJ refers to the act of getting oral sex while inebriated or under the influence of marijuana. The Z in ZJ is a one-letter acronym for zombie. This is because while the recipient is getting oral sex, she is in a zombie-like state due to the effect that said drug has on his or her mannerisms.
So technically, it's necrophilia.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Have you guys covered the Rick James? What did the Rick James?
Rex James.
Oral sex
Fuck yo,
performed
couch.
on a man whilst he is sleeping. Yes, that's always fun. I have to say, oral sex performing oral sex on a man while he is sleeping is great. It's real fun. And RJ. Now I gotta fucking look at the RJ.
That's a rim job. I'm guessing.
Rick James. James.
I'm pretty sure it's a
Urban
rim job.
Dictionary. Is it Val? Are you just saying a weird name for? Oh, here he is, the amazing Valiant.
Hey, Val.
Hey, y'all.
Well, this was an awkward time
No.
to jump in.
Oh, he's been here a while.
Yeah, he's
Is it-
been in
Yeah,
chat.
Yeah, no, the reason why it's called the Rick James is from Dave and Chuck.
Okay.
Just like what a Billy Joel is, a BJ. It's just safe for work terminology. That's all it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so,
see,
so,
the
so
porn
Rick
industry
James
is a job.
is rim job.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see,
Here,
the
I was-
porn industry is a workplace, so therefore, porn is safe for work. So we could just say rim job.
Well, I mean, yeah. I was trying to be funny.
And I don't
And
want
it
I take
fell.
things too
It
serious
fell.
for funny.
The joke fell. The joke fell on deaf ears.
On death
No,
ears.
no.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it right first
And
And
try.
if you want to go for a rimming, you go to RimWorld.
That's not true. Rezda also got it.
Wait, what?
Reza did get it too. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rezda got it.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
I can't believe we fucking.
I'm not
got-
gonna explain.
Okay, so two
rim
and a half
job, though.
hours later, we still haven't. We've hit Darwin Awards, and we didn't even cover all Darwin Awards.
Oh, you want to cover Darwin Awards? I can send you some
Pour
videos.
one out to everyone, all of the sperm cells that have been down the toilet.
Well, see, but I can't show a video on this because I'm gonna post this.
Yeah,
on
we
YouTube.
can't do videos.
Well, I know you can't do videos, but you guys can still watch them, off stream.
Let's see.
Ah.
This one that I'm looking at is Darwin Award winner pulling a Pompeii. Pulling a Pompeii.
Oh, see, all the Darwin Award recipients that I'm thinking of all have pew-pews.
What are you talking about? I did my Darwin Award.
Yeah, you did, and Aries
then it
did his
evolved or
to,
devolved
Then
into
the-
porn.
and then it got into my
Weird sex life.
It wasn't a real sex life. So kind of going back to that, because Redza kind of said like she was thrown a book from her mom, right?
Mhm.
Well,
that-
like my mom never really said much. Like I said, she threw a book at me from the library, and it didn't really say much. It just showed a picture of a hand-drawn penis, and that's it.
Okay. Because, like, my mom never told me about this stuff. Like, she was very, like, I'm on a
I'll
no
make it a
con-
bookworm.
Well, like my mom, like when I was like 16, she was just like, "Do you know about sex?" And I was like, "Yes." And then she was like, "Good," and then just left it at that.
Oh my goodness. See, my mom, I don't even think my mom has ever even said the word sex to me.
You were raised in a cult.
I'm telling you,
I
she
think
was.
I think it was my mom. I think it's how she was raised.
Your mom
very
was
co-
the cult leader.
My mom grew up very, very, very traditional, and trust me, like you're a different level.
Yep. Like, and now I have 3 girls. My oldest is 10. She started her period maybe a year or so ago. And so I tell her, okay, like, this is your body getting ready for, like, telling you it's ready for that you're going to be going through these changes, and you are Your body is technically ready to have a baby. Now,
Yeah.
you being ready for a
good-
baby mentally, no.
Ready
So,
Yeah.
for a Betty?
and
I'm
to
just glad that you're teaching
Hey,
the
Black
kids.
Betty, bam bam.
like, so I'm having these conversations with her because, and it's so hard to navigate it because no one sat me down and had these conversations. So I'm telling her, I'm like, you're going to hear things in school. I didn't go to a public school, so I don't know
Death,
exactly.
you have 3 children. You are qualified to talk about sex with your kid.
Yeah.
True. But I just mean, like, because generally you go off of your own experiences on when you tell them these things, you know? And so it's just hard. So I tell her, like, how I raise my kids is different. Most of you know, and I've discussed this with you. I am truthful with them. If they have a question, I will give them the answer. No matter, I don't sugarcoat it unless it's with Santa, because come on, my oldest now knows that Santa is, and when I told her, she's just like, I know, Mom. I'm like, okay, cool, woo. But
Just one question.
hmm
Do your kids go to a religious school?
no.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
My middle child does, because her
Ah,
dad,
get her out of there
her
quick.
dad pays for it, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yes, my
And
upbringing
like
was
going off
very
of
different.
personal experience, you can't really do
Because-
things based off of personal experience because mine would be sitting the kid on the sofa, play, loaded up Dead Rising, stick a porn video in front of him, and fuck off for 5 minutes.
Because religious schools, because
Or
like
just stick
I
a
went to a public,
VHS tape on top of a
I I
shelf.
went to a public school, but our neighboring school is a religious school. Trust me, it goes one of either 2 ways. They are really, really, really innocent, or
Yep.
they're the absolute filth.
Yes.
So
I
I agree with
I can confirm this because I dated a girl from a Christian school close to death, and one of her friends said that they pretty much intermingle with everybody at the school.
that. Oh my goodness, I couldn't do that.
yeah.
I knew a girl that went to a Christian school. She ended up being a whore with like 7 kids.
Yeah, this was a Lutheran school.
Yes, Lutheran. That's how I was raised.
Wow.
Lutheran.
It's almost as if religion is a bad idea.
Religious
Woo!
religious schools is where I hear the most fucked up sex stories.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
again,
wouldn't
yes,
surprise me.
again. And I don't understand how Death didn't know about any of this shit being in a religious
Had
situation.
no idea. But
Well,
yeah.
it's just like
Did I miss some stuff?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Death didn't know what sex was until she was like 20.
No, well, no. Like when
She
it
started
happened
having
at, like,
sex
14,
whenever she was 14.
14,
She didn't
I
know
didn't
what
know
sex.
before that moment. I did not know what sex was.
That's why I
I
don't
still
understand. Like,
can't
what did
believe
you
that.
think? What did you think was happening?
I thought we were just making
Like,
out.
You thought that was
Technically,
making out.
technically at that time. Okay, this is gonna get real personal here. Technically at the time, I still had underwear on.
What did it
What?
just bust a hole right through the underwear, right into
No,
the
he slid
vagina?
it to
Like,
the fucking side.
Gave you the pole driver.
like
that just sounds
Death is still
uncomfortable.
learning about sex. No, yeah,
That'll-
technically, I'm still. You can always still learn about sex.
That-
There's so much shit out
That'll
there about
give
sex.
you. I feel like he would have had rug burn on the side of his cock.
But yeah, well, that's.
But
Some guys are into that shit.
I
But,
don't want
yeah,
rug
I-
burn on
I-
my
I-
cock. That's
like-
fucking
like,
weird.
I had no
No.
idea what was happening at that point.
Okay, apparently Val likes rug burn on his cock. We learned something new about
No.
him
No, he
today.
doesn't.
No.
Oh no, he doesn't. No, he takes the underwear off. We know this. He takes the underwear off before he starts fucking somebody. Yeah, okay.
Death?
He also sounds like a
Comment?
firefighter. Are you a firefighter? You sound like you would be a firefighter.
No.
Oh, well, you should be a
That's the
firefighter.
one with the hole. What?
The one with
That's what he does.
No.
He gets underwear with the hole.
Hey, one of my exes have a pair of those.
Was that before? Did they
Those
have
are
the hole
crotchless
before or after
panties,
she
guys.
bought them?
Crotchless panties.
Well, I mean, there was a hole there whenever I found it, so I don't
Or
know.
just
I
really
didn't
old
ask the history
panties.
of it.
But
No, I
okay.
think they were designed like
Oh my
that.
God, guys, we moved on past what I was talking about. But yeah, so I am on the verge of like teaching my oldest at least about these situations. So I tell her as she learns things that she can ask me these questions. So one day, as I pick her up after school, she hops in my car and she goes, "Mom, yeah, I got a question." "Okay, what is it?" "What does cum taste like?"
Oh man,
Whoa!
My
That's
10-year-old
all-
daughter.
Like I said,
oh
for
man.
girls personally, they're gonna have a lot of questions younger.
Yes.
Thank God I never
And
had kids.
so
Yeah.
like I'm
I probably would have said chicken.
I just stopped because I think I was drinking something and almost spit it out all over my windshield.
Uh,
And I just looked at her. I'm just like, "What did you just ask me?" And she's got a little shy about it because at this point my eyes are big and like looking at her like, because I'm
she
like,
thinks
"What?"
she's in trouble.
Yeah, and I'm like, "You're not in trouble. Like I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to ask me this question. But holy shit, what do you guys talk about in school?" Because again, at that age, I had no idea. So I'm thinking, okay,
How old is she?
she's 10.
I
Death
gotta
lived
say,
an
stop.
incredibly.
I have to apologize for this. That's the normal age where it starts.
So like, and that's
For
where I'm
girls,
starting.
like, just like for girls learning about it, that's the normal age where just like learning about it from school and gossip.
This is
That's the
therapy for me,
normal
guys.
age
I'm
where
just
it
saying, this
starts.
is therapy. Like with, so now I have to sit down with her, like, and I do so every now and then, and just like, okay, like, what do you want to know right now? Like, because this is what happens when you make a baby. It involves a penis and a vagina, and they
Yeah, it
join.
doesn't involve your mouth. That's right.
Like,
I'm
and
just
what,
so glad you're teaching your kids.
like,
It's like, why are you asking what it tastes like? Are you asking if you need to bring seasoning or?
have them eat pineapple first. Come on now. So and during COVID, I was a pure romance consultant. So that's when I actually started learning more and how sex, how much
Are you
there is.
qualified for that?
There's no real training. Fucking it's.
But judging by
Toys.
your sexual history of
Hey,
like I don't know,
at this point now, yeah, I'm great.
like
Bring some salt and pepper.
Ooh, paprika.
she's like, I didn't know what sex was till I'm 20 or till I was 20. I'm a sexual advisor or what the
No,
fuck
it's
ever.
not an
Like,
advisor, it's a consultant.
Ooh, do I hit a
You
do I
sell
detect
sex
a hint
toys.
of
I
basil
tell
in
them
it?
how to work the sex toys, and there's extensive videos on how you properly show them how
yeah,
to use them.
it's called
Yeah, you hit the
Pornhub.
on button. You hit the on
Yes,
button.
and at that point, I knew what Pornhub was. I knew what RedTube was. When I found all these different avenues.
Red Tube. I
and shit-
haven't heard that one for a while.
Yes, RedTube's my.
Unless
my
you have the
fave.
Wank Master, then you don't need to turn it on.
The
The infinite
Wank
power
Master.
is
That's
going
right.
to stay on all night long.
That's right.
But
We're not responsible for any injuries incurred by the Wank Master, by the way.
but so
Side effects bring two copies
I
out
sit
of
down with
vision.
her. I'm just like, this is gonna be a very uncomfortable conversation when you decide for us to have this conversation. And I have a feeling I'm gonna actually have to make that decision to sit down with her and not let her decide on it, because I have a feeling she might get pressured into a situation like I had been. Even though I had no idea I was being pressured, I had no idea on anything in this scenario. And
Here's a basic rule my mom gave me.
Mhm.
When you start having sex, tell me.
yes,
Even though I never did, but that's a pretty good rule.
well,
All
see,
right, cool. So, Redza,
Just saying when you're starting having sex, and then my mom was like, "Okay, you should go on birth control and stuff like that." So
Well, that's
all
going to be
right,
awkward for me.
Redza. So, like, here's a question, Redza. So, can I like have your number so I can text you whenever I'm getting ready to have sex, and like then text you afterwards, let you know how it goes?
thanks, Banks.
I mean, you just said call you or talk to you whenever getting ready to have
No,
sex.
like-
So
like
I need your
my
number
mom-
so I can text you whenever I'm getting ready to have sex. And I'll text you after and let you know how it goes.
We'll see. Anyway,
like,
Rog.
My mom just meant like at
Well,
the age or like whenever I had a partner. So
Well, as interesting as this is, I'm gonna jump off.
Okay.
I need to
Okay,
sleep.
later, pirate.
Bye,
See you in
Pirate.
2 hours,
Thanks for
Pirate.
Good luck with your sex.
So, but yeah, so I have to make this decision and figure out how I'm going to explain to her because I already told her, I'm just like, when you know that, or when you think this opportunity might happen upon yourself to where you, or it might happen to where you might get involved in sex in any way, let me know. We'll get you set up beforehand. Like, I want to make sure she is already on birth control before it actually happens.
personally, I was on birth control by the time I was 14.
Okay.
So
And see, and
I was never on birth control.
well, like I was on birth control early because of my periods.
Oh, okay. See, and I'm thinking that just before high school, because in high school you get put into so many different scenarios that you don't really understand what could really happen. And so I'm
That's a
thinking
good idea.
it might just be a situation where I just do that and then introduce her to toys.
Well, I would hate to
And porn,
be
'cause
anywhere
she can make
near
those
your
decisions
house,
then.
whatever that conversation takes place, because
Oh my God, it's gonna be so.
ugh.
I don't know how
Especially
else
'cause-
to handle that.
Especially considering the first question, it's like, okay, time for sample testing.
Oh my God.
I'll be here for moral support if you need it.
Yes, talk to
Oh yeah,
Redza.
like I said, this is gonna be my therapy right here. You guys are gonna hear how I have to explain sex to my 10-year-old. Well,
I feel like Redza's probably got a lot of information on the toy box, so yeah, maybe.
I have a full drawer over there. But yeah, and I'm not even gonna tell her that she needs to use it or anything. But I'm just saying when she gets to that point where she thinks that she might need a man for that. No, you don't. You got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's probably a good call.
Yeah, you got to explain it to boys. I think explaining sex to boys is kind of simpler.
Nobody explained it to me. I just found a video and
Or
figured it
me.
out.
Well,
Like I
like,
said, my
I-
introduction was
It's
like I
just
said, my
like-
introduction was
videos.
was being like my introduction was getting
Society-wise.
fucking force fed a video while trying to play Dead Rising.
I wasn't force-fed a video. I found it after watching The Lion King.
Yes, your Mama Clocks. You were supposed to tell them about sex.
Yeah, Clocks, why didn't you tell me about sex whenever I was 13?
Yeah, goddamn it, Clarks. Hey, Spank.
Hi, Spanks.
You could have showed up at my house and set me down and talked to me about sex, Clocks.
I was like, wait,
Like,
I'm
all I
showing
have
up
to
at whose
say-
house?
And you
Oh,
could
I
have just
just-
gone through it like clockwork.
TikTok. Shall
Oh, I
we?
have-
Shall we have this talk? I'll teach you. Oh, great.
Yes, Clarks, please
Clocks.
join
Oh,
us and give us the talk.
Oh my God. Oh my
Mama
God.
Clocks,
guys.
can you tell me what it means whenever a
I
man
hate
loves
that
a
my
woman
chat is
very
not
much?
showing up on my screen right now.
Clarks, can you tell me how the birds breed with how the birds and the bees breed together? Because I don't think interspecies
Ad break in
relationships
30
work
seconds,
like that.
guys. Just so you know, ad break in 30 seconds. So pop out the chat, and mute the advertisement, or pop out the video and mute the advertisement.
Mute the ad. When the ad starts, just mute it. On the top right hand corner, the video will pop out. If you hover over that, you'll have a little icon to click on it, and it will just pop out the entire video, and you can stretch it over the ad and add the volume back to the video, so you can ignore the ad. Once it's
Oh.
fixed, the video itself will pop back into place.
Apparently, Clocks doesn't know how to do it. She just said, "Ad now, you're off." Or maybe she's just doing that
So-
so then she doesn't have to explain what sex is to you guys.
My big question is like, how do you like do that as a single father to a young girl? Like that's a hard
Ooh,
like
well, she has a mom. Why can't?
Yeah, just have the mom do it.
yeah, but she's yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
would
sure
say-
you can
It's
explain
not
it.
that great.
In or out of the picture.
Well, like I would say,
Well,
just like
The mom is in the
Yeah.
picture.
well, like if the mom isn't, I would say just calmly talk to her, like a little bit about it and just provide her resources for research if she has more questions or something.
There's actually like books that are
Like,
age
if in that scenario,
appropriate.
in that scenario, the simple solution is for the father to go over to the daughter, take her to one side, and say, "Remember how you felt disappointed when we couldn't go to the cinema? Just work on that, and you'll be fine."
Or you could just
Or-
do what happened to me. Just give her a VHS, let her figure it out.
I've
Or
offered
just
that to
make
my
sure I
oldest.
meet every boy that she brings home and make sure to scare the living shit out of them.
Oh, what about the?
Or-
She won't
and-
bring the bad boy home. I'm just saying.
True.
Yeah, the boy was raised right. You know, you won't have to scare the shit out of him.
That's why you have sniper rifles. They got the extra reach.
He's not American, he's Canadian.
Oh, that's why you got the Mounties. They got the horses for the extra reach.
All I want
Yeah.
to say is good luck, and I'm not afraid to go back to prison. Like it's just like.
Man, so
just
many of
talked to them,
my
I gotta
ex's
talk to my
dads
boys
fucking
and
loved
back
me
up.
for some reason. I'll never figure that out. I have one friend, I mean, we screwed around a little bit, but like we never like, you know, went beyond, I guess.
Second base.
Yeah, like we used to make out and shit sometimes, but like that was it. Not death's kind of making out either, like normal making out. But like this one time,
Fuck you.
her
Jerk.
dad and
Not with
stepmom
the teacher.
and sister were going away. Like this is back when we were teenagers. Her family was going away to like some kind of an event, and I shit you not, the first thing her dad said to her whenever like they made these plans, he was like, "Hey, can you you should call Rog and like have him come out and you know, stay with you while we're gone, because I don't really want to leave you here by yourself in case, you know, something happens." So he literally wanted me to come out because I guess he liked me or trusted me that much to stay the week long with his daughter, which I was secretly, you know, screwing around with because he trusted me. I don't understand that.
And
but-
yet you didn't clap them cheeks.
No, I didn't.
Damn.
And that's why he trusted you.
Yep.
I was also told later on that a lot of my well, like a lot of girls in this, and maybe not necessarily my exes, but females like that, you know, I was messing around with or whatever. The reason that their parents loved me was because they thought I was gay.
You gay.
Oh,
So I was like,
Now I kind of want
God
to see a
damn it.
picture of how you looked as you were
wait
younger.
a minute. Hold on. Dad, didn't I send you a TikTok regarding something, a similar situation?
Yes, you did. The neighbor. Oh my God, there was a Reddit story about how this the OP, his neighbors had a daughter and the neighbors thought he was gay. And so would let them hang out. And then well,
Stay the night and everything else.
yep, and as they were older, they learned the hard way that no, that he's not gay when they walked into him giving it to their daughter.
well,
That
I certainly wasn't gay, but I did have a lot of female friends, and a lot their moms and dads, like for most of them actually. The only one, there was one dude. He didn't well, I mean, it was their stepdad. He hated me, right? That was the only one out of like all of my female friends' like parents. He hated me. But it turns out the reason he hated me was because he was fucking his stepdaughter and threw her mom out after she turned 18. She got knocked up at 17 by this guy. He was the only one that didn't like me.
well, yeah,
The
he
rest
saw you
of
as
them-
competition for his
Yeah.
stepdaughter.
Exactly.
Yeah. The rest of them, though, they all liked me. So I guess the rest of them weren't getting fucked by one of their parents. So, you know, that's good. That's good.
And on that note, I am hopping out.
Yeah, I think we have hit the 3-hour mark. I think we should probably scrap it at that anyway.
Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Good
Val.
night.
Val.
Later.
What do you guys think? Are we gonna try and carry this on, or do you want we'll cover it?
I don't know. 3 hours. I mean, I don't know how people plan on listening to it, like in segments or what, but yeah, we might want to.
That was.
I mean, I'm good to go for longer, but I don't know about like you, Aries,
Yeah,
Red
no.
Zud, and well,
Well,
Pirate
I
already
actually want to
left.
play a video game today. So.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just talk to them. I gotta talk to my boys. Yeah, well, that's what I
Columbia
was getting at.
action
Is like,
only.
I'm actually like absolutely terrified, Clocks, of like having to, because I'm afraid that like my kid's mom is just not gonna do it, or
Have
she's
Clocks
just
do it.
not gonna do it well, and like.
No.
I'll give him the talk.
Just yeah, have
No,
Aries or Clocks do
no,
it.
But
no,
not-
you
but
are
not
not
just-
talking to his daughter.
But not just like the sex talk, like as soon as she gets her period, like everything. Like I have no idea.
How
what
old
I'm,
is she?
Well, she's young still, so I don't have to. I have a few years yet.
How
but, like,
how old is she?
How old is she?
She is 7.
She only has
She's
like
gonna
she
be
she
soon.
she could start as early as 9, or 8.
Well, thank you for that.
Like
thank you for that. Like
that now
shot
is
of
the
anxiety.
now is the time to like start prepping like pads and stuff, and you need to talk to her
Oh,
mom about
God.
it. Like, hey, because my daughter was developing pretty fast at an age, so I knew it was happening. But sometimes the girls don't develop like that because obviously not every girl's different. So you have to be prepared for it to happen early.
Yeah. When
So-
she's like mentally wise, she's a little bit underdeveloped too, which is tough as well. So yeah.
Yep, I definitely
Gonna
talked
be
to
scary.
mom. She needs.
Just have Clocks do it. All Canadians are related anyway.
Hey,
Clocks is probably like your daughter's
That at
great
one point she'll
aunt,
be
niece,
bleeding
or
from
something.
their once a month. If you don't tell, they think they're dying. Case in point,
yeah.
I thought I was dying.
I thought I was dying too, actually.
Oh my god!
I
Yeah.
right after swimming, so that really terrified me.
So here I was. I know the exact day. Like, this is how much trauma I have from this event. Like, I was at a Thanksgiving buffet that a church was putting on, and I was helping with. I was volunteering for it, and I was so anxious. I thought I was gonna die at any moment, type thing, because, well, I'm bleeding. And finally, so I went up to my dad and told him, because I was with my dad at the time. My parents were divorced, and he was remarried to my then stepmom. And so he went to my stepmom and said something, and all she did was hand me a pad. I didn't even know that with a pad that it had a sticky back to take off the paper for the sticky back to make sure it sticks in the underwear. Had no idea. So I just set it in there. Like,
See,
that's
at,
it.
at least you got handed a pad. These days, kids would be handed an iPad.
Yeah, stick that
Well,
in your
at least
pants.
at least with an
Look,
iPad,
sir.
they could Google blood from bleeding from
I
vagina.
don't know how to fucking use Google. Why do you think we need moderators and
Yeah,
admins and
Yeah, but
staff?
you Google bleeding from vagina and you're
Oh
gonna
my
get like ovary cancer or like
Yeah.
something like
Yeah, you have uterine cancer.
Oh no, okay, come on. Let's see. Let's see what
Just make sure when it's her first time, it's a frickin' pad, not a tampon.
Yes.
Right.
Because and
Oh my
make
God,
sure
it
it's a
does.
good pad. It's gonna be heavy.
Oh my God. Bleeding from vagina literally is most from pregnancy or hormonal changes or medical conditions. They're not even. It doesn't even. The first thing it doesn't bring up period as the first one. So
See,
even
and,
as a new as.
Yeah, it's because you're dying of some horrible disease if you start bleeding
Oh
out of your
my
vagina.
God.
See, and then
Oh,
and
being
then
a girl sucks.
somebody told me too is like being a father or a mother to a son and a daughter. It's interesting because like with the son, you only have to worry about one dick. Whereas with the daughter,
You have to worry
you have to
about
worry
all
about
of them.
all the dicks. Yeah,
Not if your
exactly.
son's gay.
Well, yeah, but he still can't get pregnant.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's hope not.
Well,
Well, he-
I mean, there was that news report of the guy that did get pregnant, although he
There
was
was
trans, but
Arnold
still
Schwarzenegger that one time.
That one.
There was that one time I got drunk.
Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna call it a night. Are hoping to be on our regular schedule of Thursday at 8 this week. Hopefully, Aries doesn't break Ireland again. And hopefully, Rog doesn't break Vermont. So,
I won't be in
I mean,
Vermont next week.
considering how much the Irish like their cousins, they're not exactly virgins for breaking around here.
I might be in Texas.
no, Texas isn't in our time zone, so it won't be Texas.
How do you know?
Because it's not in our time zone. So next week, let's see, what, Maine? You want
You
to go to
don't
Maine?
know.
Counter argument.
You don't
Your
know
time-
geography.
Your time zone was set up by the English, so I could have it rearranged.
Yeah, good luck, bud. Good luck. Okay, you would actually figure out a way to do it, so.
He broke Ireland. Are you really gonna like challenge him
Yeah.
with the fucking
Yeah.
time zones?
He broke. Okay. Anyway, have a good night, guys. We will see you on Thursday, hopefully.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
I'll suck your dick!